Hey everyone, I'm Cosmic and welcome to the cloud. We're doing some Frosty Fest. Let me just close that. Okay. Oh, I played last night, but I forgot about that little extra sound effect somehow. Okay. But yeah. This is cool. Frosty Fest is fun. I do like the vibes. It is always a little weird having it, like, I get that it's after the holidays, so it's like, if you get the game for Christmas, then you immediately have a fun event to do, but yeah, it feels like we're just getting out of the Christmas spirit, and then it's like, doing this. What is that stream name? Don't worry about it. You need a Ghost Rider? It's fine. Okay, I considered not doing that title, but I couldn't think of anything better, so I ended up rolling with it. Here we are. I don't know why I'm in the plaza. I mean, I like plaza. Let's go in the square just because it's the first time the square. I guess the first and maybe only time the square will ever have Frosty Fest in Splatoon 3. Unless they continue doing Splatfest after the rerun of seasonals. I'm not really sure. It's all Team Present's fault. True. And they are winning. It's funny that their outfits, so I assume this was like leaked. I don't think Nintendo posted it, actually. Probably because they didn't make new outfits for them, so it isn't really anything to advertise. But yeah, they just have like recolored Octo expansion outfits. They do look cool though. I like the blue glow on the hair for both of them is pretty cool. But yeah. Also, like, I don't remember this like frosty effect on the edge of the screen. Like you see it's like icy. Was that there last year? I don't remember that. It might have been. I just didn't notice. What did Team Present do? Their white ink, I believe, is the is what was being referred to. The white ink team is always gonna be like that. Yeah, I looked around at some posts yesterday too. I like the Tom Nook one. Marie. But yeah, hope you guys are chilling. I will look at Iso Padre, despite him not actually having a fest animation for some reason. I wish he, like, tapped his foot or something. I don't know. I mean, I know he's, you know, normally pretty chill. But I'm pretty sure there's literally no difference. Even, like, Spike in Splatoon 2 would, like, tap his hand on the table. First time you're watching live? Oh, well, hello. Glad you can make it. Yeah, as you can see, I'm almost ruler already. Because I normally just play, like, with friends Friday night. But, yeah, I'll probably do open. I mean, if you guys want to play, I'm team experiences. I have some conch shells to use, so we'll start with this. Trying to think if anything like happened since the last time I streamed. I mean, there's been even more Switch 2 leaks. Someone got a world record in Super Mario Bros. 1. I am not an enterprising Splat user, no. Yeah, I did the daily. Okay. I do like that it is glittery. I know it's just the same as last time, but it's cool ink. And of course we have the classic Glenn Fiddler evidence. Oh man, guys, it's snow. It's like side order, guys. It must be Glenn Fiddler. Oh, it's mincemeat. I mean, it's turf. Who cares? Are people gonna join me right now? I don't know. If you're in chat and you want to play with me, tell me right now, and I'll do a pool. But otherwise, I'll probably... I guess I'll open the pool regardless, but... might just play some solo if people aren't here right now. I will never be an I mean, I tried S-Blast. I was kind of into it when it first came out, but it just... I don't know. I want to like that weapon, but I do not. It does have a fun... The second kit is good, though. I'm really surprised that weapon didn't pop off more. I think like ProChar literally made a video like, why did the S-Blast with the good kit not do well? but it does seem like it's like burst bomb booyah, right, on a blaster. Like that seems like perfect. I'll just hop into a game. I mean, I'm probably not gonna play pro anyway. Kind of like the maps. I played so much Mako last night that I'm kind of sick of it. Okay, I'm just gonna go into open for now, and we can let viewers in at some point. But yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying 2025. Is this my first stream in 25? No, I streamed last week, right? Yeah, it's the 11th. So I would have streamed on the 4th. Yeah. It's been snowing like too much here. Like it's been annoying. Having to like, you know, scrape off and brush off my car and like the driveway and stuff. I normally like snow, but it's just been too much, too many days in a row. So I'm not exactly in a frosty mood, but at least we can, you know, stay inside and play some Splatoon. What are the teams? It's which would make you happiest, money, experiences, or presents? You're good, Sonny. You don't have to apologize. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's just S-Blast is like it would be good, but it's hard. It's hard enough to use that it's not as consistent as the easier weapons, I guess. 2 splooshes? I mean, sploosh 1. my mind was changed on sploosh and turf war after it won J-Moji's. I mean, I know it was like literally that SRB2 dude playing it, but sploosh won the 100-player turf war, so I'm not going to complain about having them in this game mode, at least. I only got a couple of mirror matches last night, so hopefully we won't have to deal with that too much today. I feel like the teams are pretty even, from what I can tell. I don't think I want to keep playing this weapon. Snow versus golden snow? That's a nice way of putting it. I heard someone call it yellow snow earlier. I don't think any of them are more or less common. I don't know. Big Betrayal's probably my favorite Splatfest song in this game. Not including the Grand Fest ones anyway, because then it would be Blushing Tides. But yeah, I like it quite a bit. Oh, okay. Surprised they jumped out there, but fair enough. I love Liquid Sunshine, too. Oh, wow, geez, 4 people just died in that one spot. I like some Splatlings. I like Nautilus in this game. The one with Splashdown. And I kinda like Heavy Deco, because I like Kraken, but I would probably normally just play 96, so mostly just Nautilus. I was playing some Nautilus last night, actually, and doing pretty well with it. I think we got that? I think we did, but it's close. Yeah. Cool. Always nice to start off with a win. #1 damage taker. Awesome. Yeah. Splatlings, I've actually played Splatlings for a long time. I liked Mini and Heavy all the way back as far as Splatoon 1, which is surprising, because I barely played anything in Splatoon 1. I really didn't use them like in 2 at all, though. I'll try it right now, just because I wanted to switch anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Until someone asks, can I join? I guess I'm just gonna keep doing solo. But yeah, I mean, if viewers want to play, that is an option. Yeah, I didn't even play the good mini though. Like, the good one, it was Zimmy in Splatoon 1, right? Because it had Disruptor and Bubbler. Oh yeah, okay, you can join next game, Sunny. Played Edit for a solid month and never touched it again. Yeah, Edit feels weird to me. Edit's one of those weapons I talk about where it just feels like a stat swap, where it's like, I feel like I'm just playing a slightly different heavy to the point that I would just rather play heavy and have the range. So, I don't know. Like, the cool thing with Nod is that you have, you know, the store charge. And the, like, partial charge. I never know what to call it. Oh, nice, 10x. The mid-charge recharge, I think that's what it's called in side order. The thing that Nod and Ballpoint have is always nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a plan with that, Sunny. I just, like, I just kind of do solo queue because I am doing solo queue, and then someone is like, hey, can I join? I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing viewer battles now. It's not very organized, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I do like doing solo, but Splatfest is, you know, whatever. So I can do viewers the whole time. Nice. How heavy are some of these weapons? I mean, Inklings can swing dynamos with no trouble, so either Inklings are weirdly strong or everything's a lot lighter than it looks. I like to think Inklings are just weirdly strong. I feel like that adds up better, just with the physicality of the weapons. I mean, Dynamo is very clearly made of metal. Yeah, well, I don't get why. I feel like Team Money should be the gold ink. Like, I guess they just didn't want to switch. It's probably just because they didn't want to switch it from last Frosty Fest or whatever. But, like, I feel like it would make way more sense if Money was yellow and Experiences. I mean, not that Experiences being blue makes any sense, but I feel like it makes more sense than how it is, but whatever. I do really like the blue ink. I'm pretty sure that's... I don't remember the theme last Frosty Fest, but I feel like I was the blue ink, because I remember enjoying it. And I got Callie in the blue ink in the thumbnail, of course. See, that still, to this day, if you throw a bomb at a crab like that, the hitbox is still weird. I feel like that should have worked. Blink was friends, right, so yeah, I would have been that team. Okay. Wasn't sure how close that booyah bomb was to me, I was scared. Yeah, it's... Money is blue, Experiences yellow, and Presence is white. Which, like... Yeah, I don't know. I would switch them all around, honestly. You killed a crab with a curling bomb? Yeah, it's just... I don't know. It's less weird than, like, trying to kill a person using ink vac, I guess. I think it's just, like, the hitbox of the crab and the hitbox of the player, like, overlap. I just don't feel like that should be the case. I feel like they should just move the player hitbox. Like, it's a weird case where I feel like the hitbox should actually be less accurate to the model in order to make more sense in gameplay, but I don't know. I doubt they're gonna change it at this point. What does bro mean by that title? Don't worry about it. I didn't think so many people would comment on it, but I guess I brought that upon myself. Oh, we lost. Rip. Okay, I was reading chat that game. Oops. It's weirdly, like, warm in my room right now, even though I literally have, like, icicles on my window. Well, okay, this isn't the first time I've been a little out of pocket with this stream. I don't I don't think it's that out of character, but whatever. But yeah. any viewers would like to join, we have a pool open. Cosmic Cloud? I spelled pool wrong? Can you edit? You cannot edit messages. Okay. I meant to send the invite, not do that. Pool. Cosmic Cloud. There we go. People. Oh, also Nautilus. Send out like one more, but we can just start if this is all we have for now. I don't care. We can both be Nautilus. We get synergy points for it, right? I think, or do you not for weapons? Is it just for gear? It might just be for gear. Do whatever you want, Sonny. I don't know. I do not have a preference. You do if you're all using the same weapon. Okay. Alright, let's just go, I think. This is all we have for now. I mean, present, I don't mind present winning. I hope money doesn't win. Money and alone, I've said this before, but money and alone winning the Holiday Fest would be so depressing. We can't let money win this one. Presents, I feel like, is, you know, you can enjoy presents for the moment of, like, you know, exchanging things with friends and family. I feel like that's a valid, you know, thing to celebrate. Oh, another 10x, wow. Okay, well, we can make up for that loss. Maybe I should actually try and, like, concentrate this time and not completely fumble. I like that we have a junior. Because that should just be able to sit around and paint spawn, hopefully. They also have a junior. Okay, well, I don't know what to think about that comp. I'm afraid of the Wellstring and junior, but the brushes I feel like I should be able to deal with. Thank you for the good luck, Oreo. Hello, Cosmic Cupid. Okay, I'm gonna try and lock in a little bit. Never mind. Every time I say that, I immediately die. But I will actually try to play smarter because I would like to win this. Do-do-do-do-do. Cool. Shoot. I do feel like people always get out of my range when I'm using this weapon, which is a little annoying. But I don't want to push too hard in Turf War, because then you just fall into enemy and can die. Oh, speaking of pushing into enemy ink. What is that guy doing? That should work. Nice. They really, they did not even try to avoid that splashdown. Shoot. Oh my god. I jumped straight into that. I was trying to do it. I don't know what I did. I like jumped with a store charge. My brain broke for a second. We're doing okay though. I want to clean up our spawn a bit though. Okay, panic splashdown, but worth it. Nice. Okay, so I like legit locked in for this. I really didn't want to lose another 10x. Normally don't concentrate this hard. Cool. That was clean. Just trying to get a splash down at the very last second. Yeah, we only have 2 people right now, so some of you should be able to join. Yeah, nice. Okay. GG's. That was a good one. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. You're running S2 right now? For some reason, I got on Splatoon 2 last night. I think... Oh, nice, I got roller. I don't know, me and my friends were just, like, talking about, like... Oh. Oh, right, I always forget they changed it, so you just have to do ruler now. Oh, right, I forgot when you back out. I always forget that. That's annoying. Sorry, I hope you also backed out, because to let more people in, we have to do this in Splatfest. They still haven't fixed that, dude. Why is it different than plain open? You did? Okay, good. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I did pretty. I didn't look at the stats. Did I do? I did good. Yeah, I did. Oh, good. I was gonna say I did okay, and did good. Yeah, I did fine. Fine for a turf war. I'm not trying that hard. It's fine. Oh, Zipcaster. Antiflow is booting up the game. Okay, I can wait then. I think I want to have more questions to ask you guys. I don't know. You guys got questions for me? What what do we have to talk about at this point? It's a little hard streaming the same game, you know, forever. We do run out of things. Soon we're going to have Nintendo news. I think there's going to be a ton of Nintendo news to talk about in the very short future, very near future, but at the moment we are in a bit of a a period of like just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. Oh, that's something to talk about. Yeah, the Oct. I sent it in the Discord, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know about it, but there was a, like, story at the end of Bon Colawalker from Oct's perspective about Marina. And it's really good. It's like... I don't know. It's the kind of Splatoon lore I really like, where it just feels very, like, you know... It tries to depict, like, the world of Splatoon in a very realistic way, and it has, like, you know, talks about... you know, working in the Octarian domes and stuff. It's just good characterization for Oct and Marina. Very, very cool read as a lore fan. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's not like there's like a huge reveal that comes out of it, but it's cool, and I liked it a lot. Alright. Oh boy, they have... I never know whether to fear arrow sprays in Turf War. Because it's like, if you let them survive, they're going to paint a lot, but they're also very easy to kill normally. So, we'll find out. But yeah, I really like, I know I was talking with people, like, it's interesting that they refer to, it's like Oct and Marina talk about going up on this, like, scaffolding in the domes, and I think the implication is that that's like, you know, like the single player levels. There's actually a specific... I don't know if I talked about this on stream. I got a YouTube comment from someone who was like, oh, by the way, the Oct picture... Because the picture they're talking about in the story is the picture from, you know, Side Order. That you get from the Oct letter. I think the first one. And they're like, by the way, it looks like Kettle 17 from Octo Canyon. So, like, even I wasn't really insane enough to, like, go through every level and figure out what matched up, but just this YouTube commenter figured it out. And it does seem to line up. Like, even before we got, the, you know, 3 etude, whatever, story, it seemed to line up, but then especially with how they describe it in the story, like, a lot of the background of the level looks like scaffolding. So I think that definitely, I don't know, it's interesting that they actually chose, like, a specific dome, but I feel like it's definitely implied to be that one. Because, like, the fence and, like, the road signs in the picture line up with the decorations in the level. Is it? I'm pretty sure it's the first. Because isn't the second one, or is the first one is the classroom. You might be right. I couldn't remember if the first or the second was the classroom. Okay. I was like 1 shot away from surviving that. But yeah, it's just neat. Just a little lore thing. Also, yeah, so I know I've been working on this side order video forever. I, like, quote-unquote finished the script and recorded the voiceover. So, my current plan is hopefully just to get it done before the 1-year anniversary of side order, which is in, like, 40-ish days. But I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I just had to finish it for the sake of, like, my sanity to officially call it done, but there's parts of it I'm still not totally happy with that I feel like I might change. So, and obviously I still have to edit the entire thing. Like, I did the voiceover and edited down the voiceover, but there's, like, you know, 1 second of visuals currently, so, and it's gonna be, like, a little under an hour. So, big video is coming. Actual progress has been made on it. We did get our asses beat that game, yeah. Yeah, it's not that I feel pressured to rush it, I just want to communicate, because, you know, I don't know. I mean, I stream once a week, so it's not like people think my channel's, like, dead or whatever, but, you know, it's just to motivate myself more than anything else. I just want to be like, by the way, it is, you know, it will get done eventually. You're not a jinx. We played 2 games. I do think I will switch. Just for the sake of it. I was playing some Dread last night. Let's play, wait, hang on. Let me do, like... Let's try some Dread. No, you're good, Sonny. I wanted to switch anyway. Oh, okay. Well, we commered. I mean, didn't they say... I don't know why the icons take so long to roll out, but I think they said... I don't remember what they said. They gave a time frame with it, I thought. I know the Grand Fest ones took, like, forever for some reason. It was, like, 1 to 2 months. It's like, I don't really get why it takes that long to check if someone played a game to send them an icon, but... I did not see the Welcome to Noxus. I thought that was just a League of Legends thing. Is that like an Arcane thing? I mean, obviously Noxus, like, you know, it's the story of League, but I don't know. I didn't watch it. I saw that that was a thing, but I didn't watch it, so I don't know what it is. Oh, it's an Arcane spin-off. Oh. So why did they limit Arcane to 2 seasons if they were going to make a spin-off? Wasn't that the whole thing, that Arcane was like going to be more seasons, but they had to shorten it? Why'd they do that if they were just going to make a spin-off then? That seems weird. What is it? Yeah, a lot of people... maybe the title was a mistake. They're named Hawk and Tua. Okay. This is just... Yeah, I don't know. One of those days. What is this person doing? Okay. Why would I squid bag? I don't think either of us was playing very smart in that situation. I was just kind of doing it to see how long it would last. Like our spawn is still kind of bad. I don't want to lose mid. Hello. I'm surprised that worked. I think a lot of times people don't expect you to go the full distance with Reslider. Like, I get caught off guard by that sometimes. What are you doing? Okay, they were definitely AFK, but I will take advantage of that. I want to win. Oh, the Hawk Tua people. I mean, that's fine. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it anymore. Oh boy. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I feel like mincemeat tends to be kind of one-sided. You either destroy or get destroyed. Overall splatter, nice. A Dread is fun in Turf War. I feel like there are lots of weapons that I only like playing in Turf War. Like, I like Tetras a lot. Sometimes I play Nova. Dread is one of those. Also, this shirt is terrible. I should change the abilities at some point. I got literally 3 ink resistance. You're a good anti-flow. It's funny when people like apologize for not being here. It's like I appreciate you guys coming, but like there's no obligation. Like you don't need to feel bad for not being around. And I'm glad you could make it today. There was a very specific switch to rumor, you know, quote unquote leak. And I don't like to spread leaks or act like they're real, but there was a particular one that I'm definitely hoping is real. He loves money, but not enough to be team money, apparently. Oh, okay. I'm alive. They could have killed me. I don't know why they ran away, but sure. You think Inkling or Octoling ink tastes different from other squids and octopi? Well, they told us when they added Romo Ramen that apparently sometimes the Inkling's ink just lands in the people's ramen, and they don't care, and they just eat it anyway. So that would suggest that it does not taste different than the ink that is eaten, I guess. If you want to, you know, as accurate a lore answer as we have. Oh. You should die to that bomb, it'd be funny. Oh, it worked, it worked. Sometimes you just, you know, you get them with the classics. I mean, I have no idea what real ink tastes like. I have never had squid ink in real life. I know it's a thing on, like, pasta in some places, but I've never had it. It's not new. I don't remember where exactly it was said. Like, it might have just been in, like, the Japanese, like, tweet or something for the stage. Because I feel like it was definitely lore, like, when the stage came out. Hello, Vivid, welcome. Oh, am I alive? I'm alive. But you are also alive, and I'm dead. Okay, fair enough. I think we lost that at the end. Yeah, definitely. Rip. When do the maps change? Oh, not for a long time. Okay, well. I like seafood. I don't know if I would like ink. That seems a little outside of my outside of my palate, probably. There's like that ringing sound. In the Frosty Fest losing theme, there's like some bell, but it like I probably complained about this last year, but there's like this ringing noise and it bothers me. I don't like it. Was paper like a super unpopular one? I feel like that one was pretty even. I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't. I mean, I'm fully expecting the big man seasonal fest trend to continue. He got the white ink team bias this time. They already won the sneak peek, so I always choose the team that speaks to me, but that is not always the team I expect to win. we will find out. I mean, rock, paper, scissors was basically just an idle popularity contest because no one really feels passionately about rock, paper, or scissors. So I think a lot of people just, I mean, I literally just went on it because it was big man sweep. So. Paper was 19%, really. I don't remember it being that, that much of a split. Was Bigfoot like the lowest ever? It was like 8%? That was insane. I can't remember if there was one that was worse than that. Fry's had a few rough ones for sure. Oh. I feel like I feel like I should have definitely seen this city before at night, but I feel like it's been so long since I've like bothered to actually look over there. Okay, I'll focus on the real game. If they would just let me recon the stages at night, then I wouldn't be throwing to look at them. But they got rid of that feature for no reason. Yeah. It seems like such a small thing, but it genuinely, like, for me, it was part of, like, the Splatfest ritual, is, like, I would hop on and recon all the maps to see them at night. Like, I did that for, like, every fest in Splatoon 2. Before I played a game, I would just recon some at night and check them out. And then you just, you know, can't do that anymore. It does feel like there should be Salmon Run Recon, honestly, because there's so much, like, environmental detail and, like, sounds that you normally don't really hear, like, you know, on Junction, there's literally, like, the Salmonid performance, and, like, Bone Rattle has the whole Coliseum and stuff. It's weird reading Team Present. Like, I keep thinking you guys are talking about Final Fest Team Present. I have to, like, autocorrect in my brain to Christmas presents. Yeah, with the photo mode, yeah, it would have been... They implemented the photo mode in, like, everywhere except where I would want to use it. Like, it drives me insane that, like, I mean, like, to be fair, in the Alterna Hub world, makes sense. But I would so much rather have preferred to use photo mode in the actual levels. I kind of get why they, you know, that doesn't work, because then they'd have to, like, make it so that all the enemy AI would, like, you know... It would be a weird interaction if you were surrounded by enemies and you clicked photo mode, but I wish there was some way they could have made it work. I mean, I wish more games had Mario Odyssey's type of photo mode where it just freezes the entire game. I'm sure that's probably a little difficult to do on a technical level. Maybe? I mean, it's not like pausing is like anything crazy. But I guess moving the camera while paused? I don't know. I have no idea if that's actually difficult to implement. It probably kind of is. For, like, draw distance reasons. I still do not have 5 stars on Stamper, no. I just barely ever play Stamper anymore. It's kind of a shame, because it's a really cool weapon. It just genuinely isn't as fun to me anymore. I really like this lobby music too. Very chill. I mean, I think you guys, you know, I did the music tier list, but I like Frosty Fest Anarchy Rainbow better than the OG. So I'm excited to hear that. You can't really hear it now because, you know, it's like the day one thing, but maybe we'll check that out at some point. Bum, bum, bum. Till Depth Do Us Part. It's okay. I think it's overhyped a little bit. Fins in the Air sucks, I think. Fins in the Air is like the worst Splatfest song ever. Till Depth Do Us Part is pretty good. I like the chorus, but like the rest of it is kind of whatever. Yeah, no, I wouldn't stream again. I mean, I've mentioned before, it's kind of weird that, you know, the way I stream Splatfest, I never really stream Tricolor. But, like, I don't really love Tricolor all that much. I don't really... I don't really mind. Like, I don't play Tricolor that much, period. So, you guys aren't really missing out on much. And it's like, my reaction to Splatfest results, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, like, I'm not gonna be like, whoa, we won, or like, oh, we lost. Like, I you know, it's not gonna, it's not gonna be a big deal. I really don't care that much who wins Splatfest, so. I just don't really have a good reason to stream day 2. I was scratching my eye. I know I literally did not even have my hand on the controller there, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll lock it a little bit. That's my bad, that's my bad. Hi, Nold. Should you question the title? No, you should not. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, also if you lose, like, I've gone ruler every fest. So, from the fest I've lost, I mean, I guess it adds up a little bit over time, but you're only missing out on, like, 3 snails if your team doesn't win. So, I also don't care about snails, but even if I did care about snails, I wouldn't care that much who wins. I don't know. I guess I should care a little bit more because I sort of would like to eventually get all of the gold gear brands. Like, the only gold brand badge I have is Scallop, and I've been working on getting Anaki, but, you know, the slow way to do that is just to wait for the gear to appear in the shops and buy it to add another star every time something of that brand appears. So then, you know, you can manually go in and do it with sea snails. But, you know, you're never gonna have enough to do it for every brand anyway, so it's like, I don't know. It is what it is. I think my favorite brand is just Scallop because I like the hats, but I don't really have, like, a favorite one beyond that. Rip. I thought we actually would be able to get that. Do you get gear for fashion or ability? I mean, I always, you know, if it's a weapon I'm going to play, you know, I originally wear it for fashion, but I'm always going to change the abilities to be what I want it to be. I play the game enough that I can have both, basically. Barazushi is cool. I guess for me it's like, I don't know. There's some element of, like, I don't want to call it like role-playing, but it's like it feels weird to me to have an inkling wear winter clothes when they're like in a desert and it's like a summery game. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to, like, it's fashionable, but I don't know if it's fitting. I mean, Dad, I play the game like once a week. I don't really need more builds. I am not you. I'm making you mad? I'm just chilling, bro. I'm so chill. Like, I don't know. Splatfest streams, especially for me, are just like, it is hard to get me worked up on a Splatfest stream. I'm really just chilling out. Probably if you get me start talking about some kind of lore. I don't know, it is a thing. I feel like I come across as, like, I don't know how to say this. I normally want to be more chill than I feel like I am on streams. I feel like I'm well, it depends on the day. Like, cuz I feel like I'm not quite hype enough to be like super ultra hype guy fun stream, but then I'm also not like a chill stream. I'm probably overthinking it, and it's just, you know, I'm just my own person, but like, I feel like I jump between moods very quickly, and I don't know if that's good for the vibe of the stream. But Splatfest streams, I'm normally just chill all the way through, so we're chilling today. I'm just a chill guy, yeah. This is the song I said was bad, yes. I mean, it's like fine. I have high standards for Splatfest songs. They started with Ink Me Up, which is one of the best songs in the entire franchise. So, to follow it up with this, yeah, that's disappointing. When you're a 10-game losing streak, but you don't mind because you're a chill guy, that describes my streams perfectly. And if it's not because I'm a chill guy, it's because I'm ranting about Octo expansion. Okay, I kind of feeding this YouTuber a little too hard right now. Dude. Okay. Last second revenge. Nice. There we go. So you just gotta lock in the last 10 seconds, because that's how Turf War works, and then we win. That's all it takes. There we go. Yeah, well, there was only one Splatfest song in Splatoon 1, so yeah, Ink Me Up was the first one. I mean, unless you count City of Color for the lobby, I guess. Imagine if Frosty Fest included... Well, they programmed ice physics into the game and then didn't use them for literally anything ever. Actually, wait, that'd be a super funny challenge. They should have done that as a challenge, had like ice physics. I mean, I guess like if you're swimming, that wouldn't make as much sense. I feel like that would still affect some things though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, that's weird that they never thought to do that. You're good, Antiflow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the games. You were playing with us, right? Yeah, okay. Just making sure I wasn't making that up. Thank you for the games. Yeah, I don't know if I would want a Splatoon game to take place in like a cold... I mean, the thing is, we have like Ship Shape, which is literally just like the Inklings just casually go to the Arctic for one match, I guess. So, more cold maps would be cool, but I don't know if I would want like the overall area to be... Yeah, because then you can do a lot with like summery type climates. Like this game's like a desert. Obviously, I've said I want the next game to be a kind of like beach or island theme. So I guess that's what I would lean towards, rather than like a cold area. Look at how bad... Oh, you did really bad. Yeah, you were not kidding. Well, that's fine. Always a new game. We won it anyway, so... We all have those matches. Yeah, I already feel like... For some reason, Arowana Mall always felt like tropical to me. I guess there's like tall... Are there palm trees there? Or are there just like tall trees? I feel like some Splatoon 1 areas gave me tropical vibe. Not like tropical, but like, you know. There was lots of maps that were on the water. And it was a summery game, so I guess in my mind, I'm like, this is like almost tropical. Different weather conditions and wind patterns. We needed to rain sometimes, and then you can't climb walls like Breath of the Wild. Oh. Oh! Cool, okay. I thought I was gonna win that interaction, but I wasn't sure. Are you are you saying all his games are good or all his games are bad? Oh god. Also, hi, Smack. I always forget you're modded. You're my only mod, I think. The only time I feel like I might need mods is during the Deltarune stream. Because depending on how I do that, I'm like actually afraid of spoilers. And I would want them to like delete spoiler comments, but that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think if it's literally raining, I mean, I would like them to answer the question of how Inklings interact with rain. Like, if it probably doesn't literally just instantly kill them, because I don't know how that would work, but yeah, having like an overcast map at least would be interesting, just for sake of variety. Or like a rainforest, almost. I don't know, I do more maps, like, I like the urban aesthetic of Splatoon, obviously, but I think more maps that go, like, a little bit more into, like, nature. Even, like, a park. I think a park would be a really cool map. I feel like I might have brought that up before. But, like, my two ideas for a Splatoon map have always been either, like, a school cafeteria or a park. Where there's, like, a bunch of grass and trees and stuff. Oh, you could, like, climb a tree. Wait, I kind of want to design that now. I'm picturing this in my mind, and it's super cool. It's like you could ink a tree, and there would be like a little like treehouse type platform on it. Oh, that'd be so cool. Have you ever considered just doing something with Splat 2 in viewers? Oh wow, we won. I actually didn't think we were gonna win that. I just don't really like playing Splatoon 2 PvP that much. Like, it's genuinely just a thing where I think the endgame meta of Splatoon 2 is kind of awful, and I prefer most of the weapon kits in Splatoon 3. So, maybe someday I could go back just for the sake of it, but, I do not have any plans to at the moment. One thing I've thought about, just because I want to do more, like, some kind of single-player content. I don't know. I don't know if this would work at all, but, talking about Deltarune again. I don't know if any of you guys know Jaru Jaru, but he does this thing called, like, Deltarune, like, lore playthrough, where he just goes through the game and, like, talks in excruciating detail about, like, the lore of, like, every single, like, scene and character interaction and thing in the game. It's just, like, you know, ultra brain rot playthrough, basically. And I'm like, what if I did that for Splatoon? But the thing with Splatoon is that, like, 99% of the levels don't really have any lore. So I don't know if that would actually work. Like, I could do, like, you know, certain parts of the game. But, oh, someone wanted to join? My bad. We can back out next time. And let people in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would actually work, but, like, I would like to do... I don't know. I have other, like, I need to do smaller lore stuff, so maybe that's not a good thing to talk about, but, I have ideas for, like, smaller lore videos. Basically, I really want to do stuff that's less, like, taxing, because this side order video has been, like, a struggle to write, and it's, like, almost an hour long, and it's been taking forever, and, like, a lot of my stuff is, like, here's, like, an entire game and my thoughts on it, and, like, I want to do more, like, here is a neat Splatoon lore fact. The end. You know, like, I want to have more smaller scale stuff. So I don't know. I think I want to do more just, like, explaining lore videos too. You know, like, I don't know. I like to have videos where I'm, like, making some kind of argument or, like, a theory or, like, speculation or analysis or whatever, but, like, you know, the sanitization video is just, like, obviously had some speculation to connect the dots, but was mostly like, here are the facts. And I think those videos are helpful because, you know, Splatoon lore is difficult to find and put together because it's in all these separate, you know, developer interviews and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to do small scale stuff, but I do really want to finish this side order video just so I can have it done. Well, see, shorts are too short. Like, I could maybe do some YouTube short things, but like, when I say like a bite-sized lore thing, for me that's like a 10-minute video, not a 1-minute video. So I don't know. There's not enough I can say. Or I have too much to say that it could fit into 1 minute for like any topic. I tried as a joke to make a like all of Agent Thor's lore into a YouTube short, and even that I could not squeeze into a minute. It was like it went into like 1 minute and 30 seconds or something. So I don't know. They just shorts just are not something I'm super interested in. I know they're good for growing channels and people enjoy watching them, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, walk right into that. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, we lost. I thought we were doing okay. Yeah, I think they just got it last second. I might play Nova just so I can turn my brain off a little bit even more. Oh yeah, back up, by the way. So we can get... I actually didn't even see who wanted to join, but Oreo said someone wanted to join. So I will take their word for it. Oh, someone disconnected? I don't know, but I'm gonna remake it. But yeah, I have some ideas. I don't know. It's a thing where I don't want to spoil the ideas, but like they'll, you know, I do have other videos I'm excited to make, but right now I just need to like kind of sit down and grind through this side order thing. It's just, I don't know, there's like, the thing I'm struggling with is how much of it is just like a summary of side order. Because I feel like you get some videos talking about games where it's like, here's like an argument I'm gonna make about this game, but then they just spend like 60% of the video just like summarizing the game. And I want to not do that, but I also feel like people don't know about enough about Splatoon lore. Like, it's the point where like I have to summarize some things for my argument to actually make sense to like most people probably watching it. Oh, rip, Sunny. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll let the new person play, I guess, because you got to play a few games. Again, I don't really have a system for this, but we'll try and rotate it a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's a thing I'm grappling with right now because it's like, I could cut out a whole big section of the video that doesn't actually specifically like pertain to my argument. Oh, we got a 10x. But I feel like the background information is probably going to be helpful for like most of the people watching it. So I'll probably leave it, but I don't know. I mean, like, what do you guys think? Like, should I... I guess I'll just be more explicit. So basically, side order is very much about like Marina's story, and part of the argument I'm making in the video is, you know, part of what makes side order's story effective, if you're a long-time Splatoon fan, is that it actually makes use of like all of this like history that Marina has. Like, Marina has one of the most detailed histories of like any character in Splatoon, and side order like actually uses that history to tell its story. So I basically explain like Marina's entire backstory in the video. And I don't know if that's a little too much. Like, I definitely think it's worth including, like, the Final Fest stuff. Because, obviously, she was Team Order, and that's why Side Order is Side Order in the first place. But, I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it there, but... Yeah. I mean, I guess I can always just have a thing on screen that's like, if you're, like, a super ultra lore fan, just skip to this timestamp. So, that's probably what I'll end up doing. Stream highlights would be cool too. I mean, it's just a thing of like, I kind of became a lore channel. Like, I was just a gameplay channel with occasional discussion videos, and then I just kind of, I feel like I sort of shifted into being like a lore channel, and I kind of like being a lore channel. Oh my god, my voice just like, I guess that was a voice crack. That was weird. I don't know what just happened. But yeah, I like making highly produced scripted videos. So stream highlights would be cool just to show, you know, what we're doing. I mean, I don't know. I don't like the idea of making a second channel, but that almost does feel like a second channel type of thing. Yeah. It might be nice. Oh. Okay. We like to see that in the last minute. I am Team Experiences. What are your thoughts on... I don't know how to say that, and I also don't know what that is, so I don't have any thoughts on it, Brianosaurus. Cool. Yeah, the Grand Fest video was fun, but Grand Fest, I like making highlights when it's like, this is like a major event, you know, in Splatoon. Oh, wow, okay, that was pretty close, actually, but 10x, so glad we won it. GG's, everyone. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, also, like, for me, like, a lot of the streams are kind of a way to, like, get out my thoughts that I then, like, refine into an actual script. Because, like, my gameplay isn't great, right? Like, if I'm doing a stream highlight, it's probably just stuff I'm rambling about. And I feel like a lot of the stuff I ramble about, I later just then write into, like, an actually better sounding script. Like, all of the Grizz rants culminated into, you know, the Return of the Mammalians video. And I think that video is much better than if I just had rambled about, you know, because then, like, the Third Kits video, like, that was just a stream ramble. And that, I feel like, was... I don't dislike that video, but the comments disliked that video. Because I don't know. That was... Some people agreed with me, but I don't regret making that video. Because I did want to get my thoughts out there on, like, Third Kits. I'm like, it's not that big a deal. The game isn't, like, over or doesn't, like, suck just because there's no Third Kits. But then a lot of the comments were just like, well, actually, it does suck because there's no Third Kits. I'm like, well, you know, it wasn't super fun. So... I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly stream highlights would be, is my thing at the end of the day. Because, like, just posting, like, oh, I got a quad in Splatfest, like, in 2025, I don't know. I don't know how exciting that is. I don't know why I was all the way up there. I should not have been there. Evil jet sculpture user, okay. Well, I don't rage and I'm not amazing at the game, so I just that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like I have, I don't know. I'm sure there are moments. I mean, I do go back, like, there's, you know, sometimes I have moments on stream where I'm like, you know, I think we have good conversations that would be interesting to people, but I mean, part of it, to be completely honest, is that I don't record my streams locally, so the audio balancing is, like, harder. Like, which maybe, you know, I guess the solution could be that I record all my streams, but I don't, like, have a good reason to do that when they auto-upload to YouTube. Like, just on a production standpoint, I would probably have to, like, get, you know, more external storage for my PC so that I could have all that footage, only to probably not use most of it. I don't know. I'm not fully against the idea, but it would be work. Like, it would it would take a bit of effort to make it happen. I'm your favorite Splatoon because I'm just as bad at the game as you? Wow, okay, well... I think there's a couple other bad Splatubers out there, maybe, but, you know. Well, I'm not trying to be Putz 12. I don't think that's the solution to anything. I also don't, I mean, again, I rage at Salmon Run. If you want Putz 12 moments for me, you get me in Salmon Run, not Splatfest or Anarchy Battle. Probably, like, my most extreme rage moments ever on stream have been during, like, big runs. Are you saying hopefully you wouldn't be bad, or hopefully you won't start making videos? Yeah, I didn't think we had it. Yeah, it's just because Salmon Run is punishing. I just feel like in PvP, no matter what happens, you can respawn, you can regroup, you can figure it out, you have time left in the game. Salmon Run, you make one mistake, it snowballs into a million mistakes, you die. You dying is a way bigger detriment to your team in Salmon Run than it is in PvP, so then I feel worse about myself. Like, it's just a whole, like, roller coaster. Like, I don't know, it's way, way worse for me screwing up in Salmon Run than in PvP. Yeah, I don't know. I could relax in Splatoon 2 Salmon Run. I mean, my weird take, I always say I actually kind of like Salmon Run better in Splatoon 2, and like everyone in the world disagrees with me, but Splatoon 2 Salmon Run was relaxing for me because it was easy enough that I could just turn my brain off and it was still Splatoon, but I didn't have to, like, you know, try that hard. I could just kind of like chill out and talk with friends. Whereas Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, like, I get that in a lot of ways it is, like, maybe, like, objectively better designed, but it's just the difficulty has been raised so much that, like, it's just less fun for me, because I don't want to try hard Salmon Run. Yeah, I know it's really unpopular, though. I'm just not a Salmon Run guy. I never will be, I think. Which is fine. I do feel like the topic of a Splatoon spin-off has been coming up a lot, because a lot of people are like, you know, 10th anniversary of Splatoon, new Nintendo console, but too soon for a new mainline game. So, I do think it's very possible, but yeah, if it was a totally different genre, I don't know. Like, I think I would still like it, especially if there was some kind of lore connection. Because, you know, I mean, stuff like the, you know, the Oct story from Bon Kala Walker, that's literally just writing. Like, you know, there's no gameplay there. It's just the lore in written form. So I'm sure if there was, like, cool story details and world building stuff, I would enjoy it for that reason. But, you know, it depends what genre it is in terms of me liking the gameplay. So, I hope I would enjoy it enough. It would kind of suck if it was just a game I totally didn't like, but I had to play it because I wanted the lore. Yeah, I feel like I'm genuinely the only person in the world who says that about Salmon Run. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not even something I like want that badly, I guess, is how I feel about it. It's like, if it happens, I don't think I'd be upset, but I'm not really dying for a spinoff. It would be nice as like something in between mainline releases, I guess, to like tide us over. That would be cool, Ryan, like if it was just like an event in the game where they had all the music and stuff. I would like that. I would, yeah, I mean, again, I hope they do something. I hope they do something other than just a tweet and an art piece. I am certified base inker this game, actually, yeah. Oh god. Cool. Splash is fun. I forget how much I actually like Splash in this game. I do think, like, you know, my Splatoon experience this year, I think, is going to be making a bunch of lore videos. I don't think I probably will fall off playing the game a little bit, because we'll just have other Nintendo stuff to care about. Like, again, I think it is very likely we get a 3D Mario game this year, and that is going to take over my life for a little bit. So, oh, 19-3, nice. We did cook. Also, I've been thinking about, I forget if I've mentioned this already, but in terms of like content for a 3D Mario, I do think I would want to do something. I would want to do like my initial playthrough just completely off stream, because it's like, you know, poop fart, wow, what a good name. It's one of those things where like the first playthrough is kind of like sacred. Like, I know a lot of people feel this way about like Deltarune chapters, where it's like they want to just experience it without any distractions, without having to worry about like being entertaining or talking to chat or whatever. Like, for me, that's with 3D Mario. I want the first playthrough from start of the game to credits, I would want to just do completely on my own time. But if it has anything like a Mario Odyssey type post game, where there's like a ton of other stuff to do to go back into all the levels, I think I could probably stream that, and that could be fun. So, I know I'm getting way ahead of myself. This game is not announced or proven to exist yet, but I think about these things. That would be my plan, I think, if a 3D Mario happened. Oh god. You know of any Deltarune memes? I'm like vaguely aware of the community, so probably yes. I know Friend Inside Me is trending every other day for some reason. Well, I know what it is, but I don't know why it's trending. A knockoff Sunny in the Plaza? I don't think I remember seeing... I don't feel like Sunny's too common a name, but it's also not too uncommon. Actually, didn't we talk about that before? I feel like we brought up... whatever. There are other Sunnys, I guess. They have an exclamation mark. Oh, wow. Oh. I don't know how... I feel like that gal should be killing me before I'm killing it, and I keep somehow winning those fights. If the RNG is just actually that bad, or what? For some reason, I feel like it was a thing of, like... Someone mentioned something about... Oh, God. I don't know if I'm confusing your name with, like, Sunny Omori, but I thought that was all a part of the same conversation. I don't remember. A lot of people choose space-themed names. Wow, really? I couldn't imagine doing that. Could never be me. Oh, we could have shredded that guy. Come on. Am I on top of the thing? Okay, good. Wasn't sure where that super jump was going. I ran out of ink. Okay, no, that gal just sucks at aiming. Like, not to be mean, but like, we got like 4 encounters with them and they just did not land their shots. Yeah, okay, well, we were being very aggressive at the end, so I was a little scared they were sneaking behind, but we got it. iPhone 3, yeah. Do. Wait, was someone gonna back out, did they say? Or... Because I think someone wanted to join. I'm just gonna back out and remake the room, and we'll we'll work it out, I guess. How long have we been going? Oh, like halfway through, okay. 0 dropped frames, good. I think, for some reason, having Chrome open makes me drop like 0.1% of my frames, and I remembered to close it this time, so... Should not have any problem with that. So, I feel like I started to say this and then the topic changed, but yeah, I like got on Splatoon 2 last night for some reason. I really forget what it was. I think I was just super bored, and we started talking about like the badges, the like weapon badges in Splatoon 2, and how they're like actually way harder to get than getting stars in Splatoon 3. Like literally none of my friends ever got a gold badge, which I think is it 10 million points of turf inked, I think is what it is in Splatoon 2. So like, you know, there's like, you would see some like insane people on Twitter every now and then with them, but like basically no normal human being ever had a gold badge on any weapon in Splatoon 2. But also, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. But also, parts of Splatoon 2 just genuinely look better than Splatoon 3. And that was the thing I realized. Like, this lobby looks okay. I think I was talking about this last stream. For whatever reason, or was I? I don't know. I was talking about this somewhere. For whatever reason, this lobby is, like, very intensive on the game. Like, the ceiling, like, doesn't exist. It's just, like, you know, for whatever reason, the ceiling is just, like, a super basic flat texture. The locker room has to like constantly like unload if you get, you know, like 10 feet away from it. The game always like stutters for a little bit when you load into the lobby. For whatever reason, the lobby is like I feel like is like pushing the Switch to its absolute limits in terms of graphical capabilities. And there's areas where you go back into Splatoon 2 where they're smaller. Oh, disconnect. Where they're smaller, and because of that, they look way better. Like, I genuinely think the firing range in Splatoon 2 Like, maybe not like artistically it looks better, but like it just in terms of like the lighting and like I don't know, it actually just looks better. Also, yeah, I guess we back out to let that person in. Yes, I don't like that Splatfest lobbies are different than normal ones. But yeah, I don't know. It isn't like really a thing worth. Wait, what? You all continued? Oh. Oh, can they join, like, mid? Is that... Why is that... Okay. I want to say my bad, but it's really the... Yeah, I'm gonna blame the game on this one, because Splatfest lobbies are just stupid and don't work like normal lobbies. But okay. Well, whoever is here and not currently in a game, feel free to join. I was in the middle of a thought anyway, so I'm just gonna yap for a bit. But anyway, this doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just a case of, you know, Splatoon 3 is on the same console, and they wanted to try and make it be like better and bigger in scope without actually having better hardware. But I'm very excited to see how Splatoon 4 looks, is basically all I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like I like the look of Splatoon 3 in general, but I feel like there's lots of places where it actually kind of just straight up looks worse. I know, I've talked about Splatsville a lot. From the beginning of the game, I'm like, Splatsville is just ugly. Like, it's art, you know, the art direction is good, but the fidelity is literally just worse than Splatoon 2, and that feels really weird to me. And I would have rathered it just have been smaller and looked better. But yeah, it'll be cool to see, like, next-gen Splatoon. I don't know, I actually don't like the ink colors better. I do like the duller... Splatoon 2 just is so oversaturated. That's my issue with Splatoon 2 colors. I like Splatoon 1 ink colors. I liked the pastel colors, but I don't know. That's the one thing I actually think Splatoon 3 does right with its graphics. I think the ink is like kind of just the right in between. I mean, that was your chance to join, Lord. You can join next time we have an opening. I think we still do. I don't know if I'm gonna back out though, because we gotta. I would like to play some games. But yeah, I don't know. Splatoon 3, I guess overall, how I feel about it is just that it feels like an awkward kind of middle step between Splatoon 2 and hopefully Splatoon 4 is going to look significantly better. But it is something that it doesn't normally actively bother me, but it's always going back to Splatoon 2. It's jarring having some places like just look straight up better. Or you just like forget how good they looked, at least. Like I still think I think Octo Canyon holds up really well. Obviously Octo Expansion still looks fantastic. I think Octo Canyon looks a lot better than people remember it, like Cephalon HQ and some of the levels. And the final boss, I think. I don't know. I know the final boss gameplay-wise, everyone agrees kind of sucks, but I like the spectacle of it. It's simple. I don't know. I'll always be an Octo Canyon defender. I don't think lacking the ambition makes it automatically worse. Did I rank all of Fry's looks? I don't know. I don't have very strong thoughts about Fry. That one art, the chocolate Splatfest art, I think is Fry's best outfit of all time. I don't care that much about the other ones. Her Splatoon look was pretty cool too. Dun, 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 dun. Do 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 do. It's not just the ink colors, it's like the texture of Splatoon 2 ink is just so noisy. It's like it's so shiny and like I think it's just like the highlights and shadows are more defined, and it's like I don't like it. It's too much. I think it makes the game just harder to like read in general, like from a gameplay stance, but I also just think it looks worse. Hello, Fat Cat. We are doing pretty good. Just chilling. Talking about ink as Splatoon fans do. But yeah, like I mean that's the thing I like about Splatoon 3 ink is it's like Splatoon 1's was like super like matte and like flat, like it's very, you know, it just looked like the texture of whatever thing you were inking, but then that color. And then Splatoon 2 and 3 add this like depth to it that I kind of don't love. I think it looks better in 3, but in 2 especially, it like, for me, the illusion of Splatoon's ink being thin, and like you being able to swim, like it makes the feeling of swimming through the ink feel cooler to me with it being thinner. It's like a really weird specific thing to describe, but yeah, I like the feeling of moving around in Splatoon ink better, Splatoon 1 ink, because of the way it looks. Which is a very hyper-specific thought, I guess, to have, but, you know, it's the kind of thing you think about when you play every game for 1,000 hours. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they were a bit more... I mean, for me, it's just the inkling, the hair saturation is weird on the characters. I don't like the way the characters look in 3 all that much, but I think the ink itself is fine. So, I think if they could just strike a better balance in 4. I don't quite want the saturation of Splatoon 2 ink still, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they'll tweak it a little bit. We've gotten a few 10Xs, Fat Cat, but not anything crazy. Yeah, I don't use a ton of suctions on Not either, to be honest. It's just kind of an ink-hungry weapon, so it's tough to throw them out as much as I would on something like Shot. But, you know, every now and then, you see a splash wall or something. Something I could get away with that. I mean, the other Not has, like, point sensor, right? So it's not like you're getting too much out of that either. I don't know why I thought there was someone behind. Oh my god. Can I land more than one shot? Or I guess I can just die. That's fine. You almost had 10x, but someone DC'd. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's always annoying. Yeah, but no, we've gotten quite a few actually on stream, like 3 or 4 10x's, I think. I got one last night too, so I might be thinking of that. This is the weirdest crab. I don't know why I'm here. What? Oh, okay. Can I aim? I don't know why my aim. This is like literally a perfectly accurate weapon, and I'm somehow failing to aim. Gotta lock it just a little bit, maybe. I don't believe multipliers are more common. I think it's the normal rate for this one. Shoot, we lost that. I guess I will back out this time because I think I think Octoseal's the only viewer in right now, and I think we could get some more. So we'll see. I know I kind of messed up the cycle with backing out that one time, but try to get more people in. Yeah, well, Torpedo's an easy one to kind of spam because it's pretty cheap for how effective it is. Oh yeah, I'm close to level 200. Not that that, like, means anything, but kind of cool. Oh, we're close to getting new maps, finally. 15 minutes. Did something just fall? What did I just do? Okay. Do not go into pro mode. It is all mirror matches, and I lost 200 points of a DC in the final 5 seconds. Ah. Yeah, I was not planning on it, but thanks for the warning. Oh, hopefully we hit another multiplier of some kind. You're at 1800? Oh my god. Yeah, I cannot bring myself to care about pro mode. If I'm playing Splatfest, I'm playing on stream or I'm playing with friends. Otherwise, I'm not getting on. So I just have no reason to play pro ever. The title, yeah, the title. Don't worry about it. What's a favorite non-Nintendo game? I mean, Undertale and Deltarune are the obvious ones, I guess. Hollow Knight, Celeste. Just the major indie games you would probably think of, I guess. I feel like I should have a more obscure pick, but I can't really think of one right now. Oh, Guilty Gear Strive is really cool. Oh my god. Is CJ Walker a content creator? I feel like I recognize that name. Or is there a different CJ? I feel like there's a CJ content creator. Oh my god. Thank you, jeez. I just need to, like... I have a weird thing with my aim that I think I've mentioned before, but it's like, for some reason I feel like I'm looking at my character instead of actually just looking at the reticle. So it's like, I just need to force my brain, just put the circle on the guy. That's all you need to do with this weapon, and I'm still messing it up somehow. Oh my god, I used to trade. They are a YouTuber, but you're not sure that's actually them. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would not know what their inkling looks like, so I could not tell you. Oh, I didn't see whatever username you were talking about. Oh my god. You lost power? Oh. Well, nothing screams Frosty Fest like a snowstorm, I guess. Oh, that is actually though. We're gonna have to actually lock in to win this game, so let me try for a second. Hello, Daniel, welcome. Oh my god, I was gonna say thanks for saving me, but then I still died. Okay, we got mid, but we can't be dying here. I'd say as I died, I'm not blaming anyone, but we gotta stop doing that. Okay, that was like, I screwed that up so bad. I hit the Y button on accident. I don't know how I do that. Like, that happens to me, like, not infrequently, and I don't know how. Okay, well, I think we might have gone that. Yeah, not you generic Dan. The person just named Daniel. Okay, yep, we got it. Nice. Dippin' Dots are awesome. Should you buy Splatoon 3 to grind ranked? I mean, I obviously think Splatoon 3 is worth playing. I think it's a very fun game. I think it still has a, you know, at least a couple years left. Obviously the content has stopped. But if you're starting fresh, you know, you still have all the catalogs to grind. You still have, you know, single player. So, I would say yes. Is that, yeah, Dippin' Dots are like, it's like ice cream, but they're like little dots, I guess. I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's really any different than actual ice cream. They're just like fun. They're a fun thing to eat at, like, I think of them as like baseball game food, but I guess they're probably at some other places too. I think there's still some people on Splatoon 2, for some reason. I do think Splatoon 1 is more active than Splatoon 2, which is kind of funny. Like I mean, maybe not in total, because I guess you wouldn't think too many people would have Pretendo that it would literally outnumber. I don't know though. I feel like a lot of people have moved on to Splatoon 3, so. Bring out the Dippin' Dots, yeah. I mean, if you're asking, yeah, like, I mean, the queue times are good in Splatoon 3. I mean, relative to 2, I would imagine. It would be much easier to find a game in Splatoon 3, so. Yeah, that's not something you would have to worry about. Okay, that was, I don't know. I thought the whale wouldn't reach me. Maybe I am just bad at the game. There is a Splatfest, Mellow Man. It is Frosty Fest. You thought the game was a flop and didn't have any new PvP content? I mean, that's... It definitely wasn't a flop. I mean, it sold, you know, like 10 million copies. There's a very negative narrative around the game because people didn't like how the updates were rolled out. And it doesn't have... The big thing people will point out is that it doesn't have third weapon kits. but there's still more weapon kits overall in the game than there were in Splatoon 2. So it's a contentious, you know, conversation, but the game still has a ton of content. It just doesn't have any new, like, it doesn't have any new mode. For me, that's the biggest thing, is I really think there should have been a new ranked mode, but, you know, I'm biased in favor of the game, so maybe get, you know, some other opinions, but I think it's definitely, like, you know, still worth being a sequel. I think the special design is way better. I think there's a lot of things that make this game a huge improvement from Splatoon 2. Yeah, I mean, I loved ranked in Splatoon 2 for a long time. Like, I don't know. I don't want to act like I didn't, like, you know, put 2,000 hours into the game, most of which is ranked, but just the state the game was left in by the end, I just think it was rough. I just think the special balance was bad, and the special design was bad, and the maps were hit or miss. Not that the maps are better in this game, but, yeah. Only 2,000, yeah, Dan. Only 2,000 hours. I don't know the Eagles, Ryan. Splatoon 2 was still good. I mean, again, it's like, it's hard to evaluate it on an objective level. For sure, a lot of people missed a lot of stuff from Splatoon 1 and a lot of, like, just the energy and vibes and, like, the design of Splatoon 1, how the specials were more broken and like, powerful. You know, during every game, there's always a conversation that, like, oh, the other games were better for this reason or whatever. But for most of Splatoon 2, at least from my own perspective, I still felt like, okay, this is, like, you know, it's a different game at the very least. Like, it's, you know, it's a different experience. I'm glad they made a sequel. Octo Expansion was fantastic, and everyone loves Octo Expansion unanimously, pretty much. But in terms of multiplayer, I mean, people still liked it. I really don't think it was till, like, you know, the later years of Splatoon 2 that people started being super negative about it. I really just think it was the balance. I think MPU ruined the game in a lot of ways. I think making, you know, the specials that were more fun to use became weaker, and the ones that were less fun to use became stronger. So it just went in this direction of, you know, competitive play was less interesting to watch. Ranked became less fun to grind. You know, there were just a lot of small factors that contributed to it not being as good a game as I think it was at a certain point in its life. Like, I think, like, in 2018, it kind of peaked as a game. 2018, 2019, maybe. And then it kind of just almost went downhill. So... yeah, Stingray meta, Tenta missiles, like, it just... I don't know, I don't like to look back on the game, the whole game, negatively, but I just think they made a few really bad decisions that unfortunately just brought the game to a state that isn't as fun to play anymore. So people still like Splatoon 2. There are people who are going to tell you that Splatoon 2 is their favorite game in the series, even the PvP. But for me, it's really difficult to go back to at this point. Like, I like playing Splatoon 1 to this day. I obviously still like Splatoon 3, but Splatoon 2, I don't want to play multiplayer in that game. Yeah, I mean, again, it depends who you ask. Like, competitive players, I think, will pretty much all agree that Splatoon 2 is the worst game. And not that I'm competitive, but, like, you know, I'm somewhere in between, like, super casual and super competitive. People who just played the game purely for fun, like, only got on for, like, Splatfest or whatever, like, you know, some of them might tell you they liked 2 better. But, yeah, if you're, like, grinding ranked every day, like, I just think the state it ended up in is not... I just think Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 3 are better, I guess, so... If we're talking about a comparison, you know? Yeah, I mean, I just don't think a kit could ever save a whole game for me. Because for me, it's not just what you're playing, it's what you're playing against. Like, you know, playing against K-Shot spamming Tenta missiles is like, you know, a significant portion of the reason I don't like playing Splatoon 2. Playing against K-52, which is just like an invincible shooter that 2-shots you, is just not very fun. Like, I don't think any game, like, there's weapon kits for sure I miss from Splatoon 2, but there's so much, the whole rest of the game is there. Oh, hey, 10x. Okay. You did not enjoy playing 1 after playing 2? That's honestly surprising. I feel like not many people will say that, but... Yeah, I don't know. It only get, apparently, that's not what I was trying to say. The wrong word just came out of my mouth. It does depend to just like on, you know, there are bad parts of Splatoon 1. There are maps that suck. There are, like, you know, broken strats and stuff. Like, again, like, the games are complicated. There's lots that goes into it, and just saying overall which one's better is hard. But, yeah, for sure, I think Splatoon 1 is still just more enjoyable overall. Marina is still the baddest. Well, Marina's inside order in Splatoon 3. But yeah. Eeltail and Marlin. I like Eeltail turf actually, so I'm good with that. Oh, someone asked, if Judd was a different animal, what would you choose? I don't know. I don't really want Judd to not be a cat, I just want it to be explained better. Shoot. I should not jumped there. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Milo, I would call you, like, an ultra casual in this game. Like, I feel like you are in the group of people who, like, only gets on for Splatfest, so, like, I think that's it's fair to have that opinion, but I do think, yeah, it just depends how you play the game. Oh, come on. I don't know if we got that. We did not get that. Nobody fiends turf war like me. Take out the boxing gloves? What, for saying he's a casual? I think it is simply a true fact. I don't know. I never know what to call myself either, because it's like, I'm not good at the game. I just play a lot of the game. Oh, I got that, apparently. Cool. Let's do some gambling before we hop right in. We got 5 gamblings to do. Okay, well, that sucked. Okay, that sucked. Okay, I was gonna say, we got 3 purples in a row and they were all just, like, not titles. I like, okay, getting true is good. I'm not much of a wet floor fan. Temporary adventure. I kind of like that one, actually. Oh, cool. Does that mean I have all the banners? Or can you just get repeat banners? I forget how that works. How many banners are in the game? Is this all of them? It might be all of them. I'm not sure. I know there's like a million titles and I'm probably like nowhere close. But yeah. Okay, hang on. We're gonna do the shops and things and then I'll make a new room. It does mean I have them all. Okay, that's cool. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Cool. Mystery box. I see Octo Seal. Ooh, Marina, nice. Thanks for the games. Thanks for hanging out. I don't have the Salmon Run banners, yeah, but those don't count. I don't care about those. I'm never getting those. Like I said, I want... Okay, literally no Inaki gear. Okay, never mind then. That's fine. Let's just go back into the games. We do have 3... Well, I have 3 festival shells, which means some of you guys probably also have them, which means maybe we could get 100x. That'd be cool. Maybe if they weren't so big and greedy, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's just no way. I was gonna say there's no way in a million years I would play enough Salmon Run to get all the rewards, but that's the thing. You have to play for a million years to get all the Salmon Run rewards. So it's just not happening. I'm just gonna stick with Splash. This is a good weapon for the amount of brain power I'm putting in right now. It's not even just 333, because there's like 2 banners that are both 333 gold. I don't know, my goal with Salmon Run has always just, I want to get all the multiplayer gear, which I still don't have. Do I even not have the full, no, I got the full Octoling set, I think, finally. There was something else that was like 800 bronze that I'm saving up for, though, I don't remember. Oh, sorry, there's 3 of them. Yeah, so it's literally 999 gold. Isn't there also something else that's like a crazy amount? I don't know. I kind of regret buying Cap of Legend because then I got the amiibo that just gives you it anyway. I mean, it has the headphones, but I like the headphones, so... They also only fixed the amiibo one for having the male Agent 3 top knot, so it's just the objectively better one. A lot of people like Salmon Run. I don't like Salmon Run very much, but within the community it is generally popular. And most people say it's better in 3 than 2. So, I'll give you the general opinion, because I have more of a hot take. I mean, they don't really do limited time banners. I don't think that's a thing. I mean, there's the catalog. I guess there are probably ones in the catalog that only appear in the catalog. I don't know. Again, I've cleared every catalog very quickly, so that's never been a problem for me, but yeah, not everyone has as much time to play Splatoon as I do. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Cosmic Cubit, I would only ever play Salmon Run with friends. But even then, I just don't love it. I have gone to college, yes. I've graduated college. Oh, you said if so, what for? I went for, like, that's a stupid name. I'll tell you the less stupid name, because it used to just be called Interactive Media Studies. I guess I haven't mentioned it in a while. I feel like I used to talk about it when I was in college. But yeah, it was like design and like, it's hard to sum it up. I did like a lot of projects, which were more, some of them were more kind of like UI, user experience, like business focused, and some of them were more like kind of artistic, like motion design, kind of like art installation type things. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh my god. You know what? I got 2 out of that. I'll take that. Oh. Hello, George. Welcome. Why couldn't this have been the 10x game? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Engineering and IT, cool. That's I've friends who kind of, they didn't all do. They all had like kind of different degrees. Some of them relate to engineering, but then they like all had this like IT job together. So yeah, seems good. Seems like it, you know, can pretty easily lead into a job. So I feel like that's a good thing. Basic bitch, trans woman, and love programming. Fair enough. Is studying design at college worth? I'll tell you when I like have an actual career. Still working on that. I would say just try to have an actual solid idea of what you're doing, because I didn't and still kind of don't. So I don't know. I don't know if I can give a solid answer because I'm still kind of trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, you can join soon, Cosmic Cupid. Disney or DreamWorks? Probably DreamWorks. I don't know. It depends a little bit. Like classic Disney 2D films are really good, but Disney lately has not made anything I have remotely cared about. And DreamWorks made Puss in Boots 2, which is one of the best animated movies of all time. So I guess I would be Team DreamWorks. Have I ranted about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish on stream before? Because that's a good-ass movie. I don't know. I was threw a burst bomb at that wall. I don't know what thought I was accomplishing there. Every 1 in 3 DreamWorks movies is a banger and 1 in 8. Yeah. I mean, when is the last, like... I don't know. I mean, I also just haven't watched... Like, I haven't watched all of them. So, like, I've heard, like, Encanto is good. And I have not seen that. Coco was, like, okay. What are recent ones? I feel like these ones are all literally, like, 5 years to 8 years old already. I liked the soundtrack of Frozen 2. I don't know if that's a weird take. Frozen 2 was not a very good movie, but I liked the songs better than Frozen 1. Oh yes, Soul. I don't know. I've talked about my problems with Soul to my friends before. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on stream, but I want to like Soul, but it just switches to like this super cliche like body swapping plot halfway through, and I feel like that just kind of kills the movie for me. I keep forgetting it's 2025. When I went to make the stream thumbnail for this stream, and to get the image, I typed in Frosty Fest 2024. Then I'm like, wait a minute. That's not the year that it is. It's like, I feel like I used to always, like the point at which I would register that it was a new year is when I had to write the date on like a paper for school. It's like I would get some worksheet at school and have to write in like, you know, 1/6, and then I had to think about it. It's like, oh yeah, this is like the first Monday of 2018 or whatever, and that's like when it would finally actually click in my brain. But I don't do that anymore. So now it's like, I don't know. I don't know at what point it will register. Yeah, I've heard that with Princess and the Frog too. I feel it bothers me less there because it's not like a they're both turned into frogs versus Soul where it's like the body swapping thing, which is like, I mean, when has body swapping ever been like a good trope? I feel like it's used in like cartoon episodes. Oh, I meant to back out for Cupid. That's my bad. I'm sorry. You caught me mid-rant. I always forget to back out. Yeah, it is still too much of the movie, I think. But the animation in that movie, I mean, that's the thing with the Disney classics, is just the 2D animation, I think, carries them. Like, a lot of them don't even really have that great of stories, I think. Or they're just, you know, adaptations from classic stories anyway. But the animation is just so good. It's just so beautiful. And it's like, I love 3D animation. I don't like the sentiment that it's like, oh, CG sucks and we all have to go back to hand-drawn. Like, I love CG when you do interesting things with it. My favorite movie is Spider-Verse, which is, you know, CG mixed with 2D, and they, you know, do cool things with, like, hand-drawn, like, blur lines and facial details and stuff. And Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I think, you know, clearly took a lot of inspiration from Spider-Verse with just, like, its color and, you know, frame rate and just framing of the shots and everything. And like, I love when CG is done well. I think I like it better than 2D, but that's why Disney for the past decade just hasn't interested me, because they're just making the movies with the exact same look to them, and they're still technically impressive and they're still artistically interesting, but they feel so basic compared to what these other studios are doing, like Sony and DreamWorks, to the point that it feels like they're just being left behind. I don't know. It's not like I don't want just everything to become the Spider-Verse, but like, you know, mixed animation, you could do that in a million different ways. It doesn't even have to be a mix of 3D and 2D, just like, you know, just do interesting things with the 3D that isn't just interpolation. The Wild Robot was a really good looking movie. The story of that movie didn't really do anything for me, but visually it was really cool. Oh god. I was completely looking at chat there. That's my excuse. Yeah, I mean, the live action stuff sucks too. I mean, the live action Lion Kings I think are like insulting, to be honest. Yeah, no, I definitely, people, like, I'm, like, world's #1 Spider-Verse glazer, but, like, you know, it doesn't have to look like Spider-Verse, it just could just, you know, not look like Disney has looked for the past 20 years. Like, there's a lot of room there to experiment and do your own thing. I do think, I mean, for sure, I think Puss in Boots has lots of Spider-Verse inspiration, but it also has like Attack on Titan inspiration with like that first battle with the giant. I think they explicitly said, like they were inspired by anime. It's like, oh wow, I wonder which one. So yeah, like you can draw from a number of sources and just do something new and interesting. And it, like, yeah, I definitely is annoying when it's like, oh, someone does something unique and then everyone just copies that. It's like, well, now you're not being unique, you're just copying a different thing. But like, yeah, I think I just want to see new stuff from everybody. I just want to see everybody take things in new directions. I definitely think Spider-Verse, I mean, it's crazy how far they're pushing the medium. I think the fact, I mean, Spider-Verse 2 already, like, you know, Spider-Verse 1 was this huge groundbreaking thing. Then you see Spider-Verse 2 and it starts out with the, you know, Leonardo da Vinci sketch Vulture. And I was like losing my mind. Like, it's like every time they find a way to push it even further. I'm so excited for the end of that trilogy because I know they're just gonna do something amazing. Oop, I almost didn't back out. But yeah. I have strong thoughts about animation, I guess, but not to the point that I am going to actually watch every Disney movie because I just don't really care that much. Like, I have strong thoughts about the movies I've seen. But I don't, like, get excited for movies that often. I got really excited for Sonic 3, which was an exception. I got really hyped for that movie, and it was really good, and I enjoyed it a lot. And Sonic 3 is basically an animated movie, because, like, all of the important parts are just entirely CG. So, yeah, and the CG looks great in that, by the way. Like, I think that's another thing, is, like, I feel like CG has a bad reputation for, like, I don't know, I feel like people have a weird, I get the, like, practical effects are, like, technically impressive, and there's lots of cases where, you know, I do wish they would go the extra mile to do things, you know, in real life, but I feel like CG is really cool. I really like CGI in animated, or in live action movies when it's done well, and I feel like there's always been this weird crowd of people who are like, oh, like, it just becomes CG, like, I mean, yeah, because I think it just has a bad reputation, because, yeah, like, Marvel stuff, lots of Marvel movies end in this, like, just CG slop, where it's just this, but that's just bad choreography. Like, that's not CG being bad, that's the writers being bad. I just feel like people, you know, it depends, you gotta know what you're actually talking about there. I'll see you, Graviton. Thanks for hanging out and talking. Oh, you immediately DC'd. Rip. Yeah, I feel like it should be more like gold gaming than orange. But, it's okay. Let's hope. Yeah, hopefully you didn't get a ban. I've not seen the Clone Wars show. I'm not really a Star Wars guy, but I've heard that show is good. I will say shows with CG tend to, well, it depends. If they're arcane and they give them the entire budget of the entire world, obviously they can look fantastic. But I feel like, you know, CG in movies, they normally have the full budget to make it look really good. I feel like in shows it can look really cheap a lot of the time. You did get banned, Rip. Okay. If anyone else would like to join, feel free now. Jimmy Neutron clears arcane. Jimmy Neutron is really charming. I think it holds up in the sense of like it's so of its era. And they made it work. I feel like I saw like some like video essay talking about this before, but yeah, Jimmy Neutron weirdly I think actually does like, it doesn't look great like if you see like a still, but I think in motion it actually it weirdly holds up because they, I don't know, like to me like a bad CG show I think of like Sonic Boom. I know people like the writing in Sonic Boom, but Sonic Boom looks pretty bad in my opinion. And it's not like a lack of competency on part of the animators. I think it's just fully a budget thing. You know, they can't really make unique lighting and framing for all the scenes, and the environments are just kind of flat. It's just kind of the way it is. But yeah. Okay, apparently no one's joining, so I'm just gonna I'll hop into a room. I don't really watch anime. I'm not like fully opposed, I just don't watch a lot of shows. I like games and movies a lot more than shows. I tend to only watch shows if someone sits me down and is like, hey, this show is really good, we're watching it right now. I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of what happened with Arcane. Like, Arcane is really fantastic. In terms of anime, I've seen Attack on Titan, but I only watched it within, like, the past few years. I wasn't there for, like, the whole decade of it, you know, airing. Oh shoot, next time Octawave, I'll send out an invite, I guess. Sorry. I am about to glaze Mochi. Yeah, I was about to mention Mochi. Mochi the Rock is my favorite anime if I had to choose one, unironically. Gravity Falls is great. I have seen Gravity Falls. That's so, sorry, I just had like a weird brain rot moment. There was like the sound of like an airplane taxi like reversing, and it was like making the beep sound, and I thought it was like the start of like the radio static at Calamari Incantation. At the start, I don't know, what, sorry, brain just exploded for a second. Favorite character in Arcane? Do I have a favorite character? I guess it's probably Vi. I like Caitlyn, but she kind of becomes a little too much of like an evil police officer by the end of the show, so that kind of, I don't love that part. I guess Vi also does a little bit. I don't know. I'm not like super connected to any of the characters, I just sort of like the overall. Oh, I like Victor. I guess I like Victor. I don't know if I like Victor more or less in Season 2. I would actually say Victor, maybe. Victor or Vi, one of those two. Oh my god, sorry, I'm trying to read chat for all the different shows. I have not watched most of what Chad is talking about. I've heard of a lot of these shows. I've seen a few Ghibli movies. Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke. Mononoke? Mononoke. Yeah, something like that. That was a good one. Ghibli movies are really good. I saw Look Back recently, which is it's like an hour-long adaptation of a one-shot by the guy who made Chainsaw Man, I think, but it's like not remotely at all like Chainsaw Man. I don't like Chainsaw Man. my friends watched that anime in Discord, and I like watched it with them. I really did not like Chainsaw Man. I don't know. I know some people are very into it, but it did not work for me. Look Back was great. Look Back was really, really great. Look Back was so great and fun and silly. Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it, definitely. I did not watch Sonic Prime, no. I'm not like a huge, like, I've gotten into Sonic very recently, but Sonic Prime seemed a little too much like a kid's show, I feel like, to me. I also heard it's, like, the last season is really bad. Like, apparently seasons 1 and 2 were okay, but then season 3 was, like, terrible. So, I don't know. I'm not very interested in Sonic Prime. Also, yeah, a few people asked to join, so I will go ahead and reopen the thing. That's not the right button. I have not read or watched Twilight, so I do not have opinions on that. If you board a float after halftime, you just go on the stage, like in front of Deep Cut. Prime put in an up next for the deer show. Oh my god. Yeah, that's like, I hate that, by the way. I don't know if that's like, if everyone hates that or if people are okay with it. I really, really dislike when streaming services like shrink the credits of a show and are like, up next, we're gonna play this thing. It's like, to me, the credits are like, I want to sit through the credits and like digest the thing I just watched, especially for something like Look Back, right? It's like, I just don't autoplay some bullshit after the thing. Just let me finish the thing I was watching and then decide what to do when this is over. I just want to sit there for the credits. But yeah. Like, I hate autoplay on YouTube too, but you can just turn that off. I don't know if you can turn it off on streaming services. Again, I don't watch shows. I only ever watch a show if like someone else puts one on and I am present. So, like, I'm never even the person like controlling it. Yeah, like, and again, especially for Look Back, like, Look Back didn't, it, like, still had animation, like, happening. Like, it wasn't just black screen, white text credits, it was, like, there was literally still something there to look at, and, like, they were still moving, so, like, it was really annoying. Luckily, at least when I was watching it, it didn't do it till, like, a while in, but, yeah, that's just a pet peeve in general I have. Not even a pet peeve, it's kind of a real issue, but something I don't like. Yeah. Like, especially in the theater, like, you know, even without the whole Avengers, you know, culture of like, oh, you have to sit and wait for the after credits scene. Like, whatever movie I watch, I like sitting and, you know, waiting for the credits. Like, I don't know. I'm a credits enjoyer. I will never skip credits in a video game either. I think there's an artistic intention of credits existing. You know, besides just obviously crediting the people who made the thing. It's like, you're supposed to sit there and think about it. God damn it. I don't know. It's a thing I'm weirdly like I don't know, stubborn about, I guess. Oh, sorry, dude, I'm sorry, Mellow Man. I feel like people always, I'll sit on the screen for like 2 minutes and then someone asks me to send out an invite and it's like, I right after I pressed it. I'm sorry. I mean, opening credits are never gonna be like the only thing. Like, I feel like there's normally opening and closing credits. You know what movie has really good opening credits? Is Spider-Verse, or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is my favorite movie of all time. But the way that movie opens is so, like, loud. I don't know, it sets up the style of the movie, right off the bat in a really cool way. Like, unironically, I think it's really, really cool the way that movie opens, even though it's just like, well, it's because it's not just text, it's like this really intense music. And then it cuts to just like the funny Spider-Man intro. So I feel like I don't know. I feel like it sets up what the movie is going to be really well. Yeah, I mean, I don't normally like read. I mean, there's not people in the film industry who I would recognize. I sometimes read Nintendo credits because you do start to recognize names, like, especially localization team. Like, Nate. What was his name? Like Nate Bildorf? He was in like so many Nintendo games out for localization for like a long time. I think he stopped working at Nintendo. Tim O'Leary has been around since like, you know, I mean, I just used to, the thing is, I used to beat Mario Galaxy constantly. This might be why I like credits. I used to just replay the final level of Mario Galaxy all the time. And I love, you know, the Super Mario Galaxy main theme. So I would, like, listen to the main theme in the credits every single time I beat it. And I feel like that's when I started to, like, actually start, like, memorize names. Obviously, it was hard for me to remember a lot of, like, the Japanese names. But, you know, I mean, now, you know, anytime you go back and play, like, a Wii U, 3DS, or earlier Nintendo game, and you see Iwata in the credits, it's like, oh, man, you know, like... Obviously, that holds a different kind of weight than it used to. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. I mean, like, I'm not, like, super knowledgeable or in on the gaming industry, but just, you know, recognizing the names of some of the common people who make a bunch of things you love, I think is kind of cool. I liked the Mario movie. I think the more time passes... the more it kind of falls out of favor for me. I do wish it, like, told a better story. I think it's really cool as, like, a piece of Mario media. I think Donkey described it as, like, a $2 billion Flash animation, and I think that's, like, a really good way to think about it. Like, it feels like some kind of just dumb thing made by fans, but with, like, you know, a movie budget. But, like, the story isn't good. So it's a good piece of the Mario history and of the Mario franchise, but it's not really a good movie. So I don't know. I think they can do a better job. I think the soundtrack was really good. Like, it adapts the Mario stuff about as well as I think it could into, like, a basic kids movie, but I would like to see them be a bit more ambitious with the next one. Yeah, and the licensed songs absolutely sucked. Holding Out for a Hero did not belong in that movie. What was the worst one? Mr. Blue Sky. Everyone complains about Take On Me in the Donkey Kong section, and that does suck, but for me, Mr. Blue Sky was way more offensive. I thought that was just like, what are you doing? Like, is like, because they didn't even... The thing is, like, because the Sonic movies have a similar, if not worse, problem, where Sonic 3, you know, did it right, I think, with the soundtrack. But Sonic 1 and 2 just kind of had, like, generic orchestrated scores or licensed songs, and they basically had no actual music from the games at all. But at least the way they used those songs was like... I mean, it wasn't like particularly creative or anything insane, but it's like, okay, like, yeah, we're listening to Uptown Funk, but Sonic is doing the Sonic Adventure 2 pose. Like, I don't know. I feel like the use of it, actually, okay, I don't like that scene, but in general, I felt like it was not as offensive. Whereas with the Mario movie, not only are they using licensed songs, not only are they like the most default licensed songs you could possibly imagine for each scene, but they're using them in the most generic way possible. It's like they're in Brooklyn, play No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Like, you know, they're waking up, you're playing Mr. Blue Sky. Like, it's just, I don't know, it was just so lame. It really bothered me. But then, of course, the rest of the movie, they adapt the Mario music so well to the point where it's like, okay, just let, like, there's just some weird executives who are convinced that playing an 80s pop song in this movie will make more people watch it. I just, like, I don't know what you think human beings are, but this does not make the movie better. People want to hear Mario music in the Mario movie. I don't get it. Also, yeah, Sonic, like, I do think Sonic can get away with it more. I think, especially the way they characterize Sonic in the movie. Like, I know a lot of the debate about movie Sonic is like, oh, he's always making all these, like, pop culture references, and that feels like not at all something Game Sonic would do. But the way they've characterized Sonic in the movies is that he was like this lonely alien character who went to Earth and was just like living off of media, off of like comic books and movies that he was like watching through people's windows. Like, it makes sense for him to reference pop culture in a way it doesn't make sense for Mario to. And yeah, just Sonic's like identity, like, Sonic has always been mixed in with, like, the Sonic world blending with the human world, has always had, you know, a huge diverse library of music. You know, having, like, more, like, pop or EDM songs or, like, you know, more hip-hop influenced stuff. It fits Sonic better. That's my thing with movie Sonic, is like, sometimes he does things that are cringe, but the way they have characterized him in the movies, he absolutely would listen to Uptown Funk and floss. Like, he just would. He is like a Gen Z kid, and he would do that. So I don't have nearly as much of a problem with it in the Sonic movies. And then yeah, Sonic 3, they're actually like, okay, let's just actually make it good this time. And they actually just made Live and Learn Shadow's motif throughout the entire movie, and they played, you know, the level clear music when Sonic wins the race, and like just little flourishes like that do so much to, you know, give the movie its charm. Like, yeah, I think Sonic 3 was a very good. I think they could have leaned more into the game music if they wanted to, even, because like Mario, most of the score is like Mario music. But I think it was a good amount that, you know, most people would be happy with it. I think movie Sonic absolutely knows about Skibidi Toilet. Unfortunately, yes. Movie Sonic is an alien, yeah. That they make that very explicit, and that is different from the games. But I don't know. There's like a few different Sonic canons, because sometimes Sonic is on Earth, and then sometimes he's on, like, Mobius, I think, where it's, like, Sonic Earth, and then sometimes it's just, like, Sonic comes from a different world than Earth entirely. And in the movies, they're just straight-up aliens. Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm always iffy on Sonic's character. I definitely think it's the best in movie 3 for me, because, like, I just like Sonic when he's cool. That was a really close game. Oh my god. I like, especially in the movies, I like the Sonic movies for the action. I love the fight scenes and when they're throwing hands and when they're spin dashing and running fast, and like that's what I'm watching the movies for. So Sonic movie 3 has the most of that, and so for me it was the best. But I do think his character, it's just a different character than Game Sonic. Like, again, I don't know. It's a thing where I feel like I don't have that much stake in it, but I've just been watching and reading a lot of this discussion. So it's like, Game Sonic is a static character, kind of like Link, where he doesn't really develop throughout the different Sonic stories. It's like the other characters develop because of Sonic. Whereas movie Sonic, they definitely are developing him. You know, like the movies are about his growth, the lessons he is learning. So I think if you know, once you accept that and realize that it's kind of what they did with Eggman, right? Where it's like in each movie he becomes more and more like Game Eggman. I think Sonic is becoming more and more like Game Sonic. He has to learn the lessons to gain the wisdom that Game Sonic has, which I think is actually pretty cool. And I think it will pay off really well. And I think, like, you know, without spoiling anything, Sonic in the post-credit scene of movie 3, like, that feels like Game Sonic. I love him in that moment. I think he is, I really like the way, he only has a few lines of dialogue. It's literally just literally the end credit scene of the movie, but to me that feels like, it's like, that's Sonic having, you know, become Sonic after 3 movies. So if movie 4, he's like that, I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah, I think the live and learn section, if they didn't cut to it being like the weird scene between Gerald and Eggman, I definitely don't like that. I don't like that they cut away from it, but the actual length of the song playing in the movie I think was fine. Yeah, movie Sonic has to live and learn, literally. Yeah. I know you're trying to squid party, but oh well. Yeah, well, so I actually think the first movie is funnier than I remember. Not really Sonic, but I like Tom. I think I like Tom the most in movie 1. Because he, like, actually does shit. Like, he just, like, punches Eggman in the face twice. He's, like, an actual, like, you know, important character in the story. I don't know. I know the humans in the movies are always a hot topic, but, I like Tom and Maddie. I like Tom, at least. Maddie's kind of just there, but, yeah. The games are going good, Octoseal. We're currently ranting about Sonic. I like Agent Stone. I don't love him as much as some people. I feel like people overhype him a little bit. Like, because Eggman... I don't think Jim Carrey Eggman is bad, but he is, like, a little goofier than I think he needs to be. Like, people were saying they were getting, like, genuinely emotional with, like, you know, the part at the end of movie 3 when Eggman is talking to Stone. Like, I was not emotional. Like, I don't like him like that. I think the relationship is funny. I think he's a good, you know, character. He's a good foil to Eggman. I don't know if he's really a foil, but he's a good supporting character. But yeah, he doesn't, like... He's not my favorite character in the movie. Like, I like the Sonic characters the most, by far, above any of the humans still. Yeah, I mean, I like Jim Carrey. Like, I like how passionate he is about the role. I was watching, like, a lot of interviews and stuff leading up to the movie. Again, like, I normally don't get excited for movies like this, but for some reason, I was watching, like, every single, like, Sonic 3 interview with all the cast and everything. I like Ben Schwartz a lot, too. I don't know. I low-key might like Ben Schwartz better than, what's his name? I should know his name. The current Sonic voice actor in the games. I'm totally blanking on his name. I totally know his name. I hear it all the time. Roger Craig Smith. I low-key think I like Ben Schwartz. Like, I like Game Sonic writing better, but I low-key think I like Ben Schwartz voice better. I don't know if that's a hot take, because I know a lot of people don't love Movie Sonic, but I think when Movie Sonic is written like Game Sonic, like, again, at the movie 3 post-credit scene, I think that is, like, peak. So, yeah. I don't feel like he's all that quippy. I don't know. They're better written than Marvel quips, at least. I wish there were less references. I don't like Konichi what, like, that's cringe. Like, yeah, there are moments for sure I don't like Game Sonic. Or Movie Sonic, I mean, but I don't know. I just think when he's cool as fuck. Like, when they let him just lock in, I think it's awesome, so. Yeah, so I have, like, no experience with Metal Sonic anything, So like, it was cool to see that as like oh, I know that's the thing from the games, but like it's not a thing where I'm like actually all that excited because I just don't really know. I don't really get what makes Metal Sonic appealing. So I guess I maybe have some Sonic media to consume between movies. But yeah, I'm a very new Sonic fan, and I can easily say I like Jason's voice way better than Roger's for Sonic. What do I know about Attack on Titan? Well, I've watched the entire show, so I know about that much. Or at least what I remember of it. Attack on Titan is like fine. I don't know. I don't really have season 3 is like really good. It just kind of fell off for me after that and never really reached that peak again. And then the ending kind of sucks. I know a lot of people don't like the ending, but I agree. The ending kind of sucked. But yeah, it had some really good moments. I'm still glad I watched it, but it didn't leave much of an impact on me, I guess. Yeah, it's weird. We weren't getting any mirrors for like most of the stream, then all of a sudden we just hit this streak. Attack on Titan is peak? I mean, I just don't like shonen anime very much. So like, for that style of show, I think it was very good for a while. I personally kind of... Like, it's not even that I lost interest, I started to kind of dislike a lot of the decisions they made towards the end. Like, I was still invested in the story, but then it just kind of... I don't know. I think it kind of falls flat in the last few moments. I don't think it's the only way the story could have gone. I think there's a lot of ways the story could have gone. I didn't, you know, I don't know how, like, I didn't think out a whole ending in my head for 10 years like I'm sure some other people did. But I don't know. There were a lot of things I didn't like. It is, yeah, it is good. Like, overall, I would say it's a good show. It left a bad taste in my mouth, I guess. But yeah, like when I was in like season 3, like, yeah, I was like, this is peak. But yeah, I'm not much of an anime guy, especially if it's like shonen superhero type stuff. It just gets so like tropey and like repetitive, and I don't know. Oh, I actually thought we were gonna win that. It was a mirror, so who cares? Hello, Gooberling. Oh, I just saw your message, Milo. Begs you to watch AOT. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely a fun show to watch with people. Like for me, it was like, again, my friend sat me down and said, "We're watching Attack on Titan." I'm like, okay, I guess. I would not have watched it otherwise. But because of that, you know, I caught up. Because I'm trying to think when I probably started watching like 2021. Yeah, I think I want to say it was 2021 I started watching the show, and the show started obviously like way back in like 2013, 2012. It took a really long time for the entire series to finish, so they had like, you know, almost like grown up with it, whereas I was just coming in, you know. I want to say towards the end, but I still watched quite a bit as it came out, I guess, thinking about it. But yeah, I think I started watching when it was like season 4 was like partway through. So then I caught up, and then I was, you know, it was fun to be able to like speculate with them and talk about the show and stuff. It's a very fun thing to like think ahead and like what could happen next. Yeah, no, I didn't want the ending to be. I thought the ending was too happy, if anything. I don't dislike the ending because it was sad. I dislike it because it felt like way too much was like solved in way too little time. Obviously, I'll, you know, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for Milo now, but obviously, a lot of bad things happen towards the end. But I still feel like the way it wrapped up just felt messy. I don't know. There's just so many characters that I just feel like, I'm like, why was this character in the show? Like, season 4 introduced this, like, whole, like, other cast of characters, and I kind of still, like, don't get the point of most of them. I, like, forgot some of them existed. Like, I don't know. I kind of don't, I just don't think that was handled. That's kind of where the show went downhill for me. It's like, I think, like, Gabby was, like, and Gabby and Falco, like, were actually used by the story and had a lot of reason to be there. And I guess, what's her name? The woman who's the cart titan. She mattered. I forget her name. But, like, everyone else, I'm like, why are these people in the show? Like, if I'm being completely honest, like, I kind of don't, I feel like the show kind of got, like, overcomplicated towards the end, and then none of them really had, like, a good arc or reason to be there. I haven't watched the show in a long time, so I may be forgetting some important things. But just also the final battle, and like with Aaron, I just don't like, there's a lot of little things I just don't like how they were handled with the characters mostly. Do you like horror? Not really. I've talked about this a few times on stream. I like psychological horror, but it also is like way too effective on me. So it's like, it's genuinely difficult for me to like play or watch psychological horror things, but I appreciate them. Like I really liked Amori, but Amori was a game that like genuinely scared me half to death and was like actually hard for me to play. So I don't normally seek out horror stuff, but I do think it's cool. Especially when it's like psychological though. Like I don't enjoy jump scare, like that kind of horror. I don't know, any like one-off indie horror game is normally a hard sell for me, where it's just like you're just in a scenario. Like FNAF to me is just not remotely appealing. But I like when it's like there's like an entire narrative that is told and uses horror to, you know, aid the storytelling. I have not seen Stranger Things. I saw like episode 1 and just didn't care. I don't know, it didn't hook me. I could have given it more of a chance, I guess. Dang, another close game. Utopia? Is that a show, I assume? I don't have even heard of that. I'm not sure. I did play Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder was okay. I didn't really love it, honestly. It peaks in episode 3 and never gets that good again. Okay. Yeah, I don't like. I like horror games like significantly more than any other horror thing, because I feel like the interactivity makes it so much more effective. Like a horror show to me just doesn't really sound that interesting. I don't know, if I'm being completely honest. Like, if I'm gonna be scared, make me scared, I guess, is my thing. Like, if I'm only gonna be kind of invested in the scariness, then, like, what's the point? I haven't played Doki Doki, but I've been, you know, it's like the most spoiled game on the internet, so I don't really feel like I could go into it super blind at this point. I don't know if I would really love Doki Doki, because I feel like it gets so fourth wall breaky that for me it kind of like, it's hard for me to get super immersed. Yeah, I think Doki Doki would probably be worth playing someday. It's not something that immediately stands out as appealing to me, and I know the twist already, so I feel like, you know, it wouldn't be as impactful. Toki Toki Panic. I have not played it, nor have I played Super Mario Bros. 2. Did you know? No way. Game of the year, Super Mario Bros. 2. Always is. Always will be. That was funny. I don't know how many of you guys watch Donkey, but I feel like there's like a weird group of people that really don't like his videos, and I don't really know why. I feel like he's like fine. Like he's a very inoffensive content creator, but he's been known for like, again, I don't think this is even a earned reputation, but he's known as the guy who hates JRPGs or like RPGs and always just like glazes like Nintendo stuff. And he also doesn't like Sonic. And in his like Game of the Year 2024 video, it was like almost entirely him praising JRPGs and Shadow Generations, which is very funny. I've always liked Donkey, but I do feel like now that's I don't know. I feel like he has kind of proven his point. Like if the game is good, then he isn't gonna shit on it. And obviously things are opinionated, but like, yeah. Yeah, I just like my thing with Donkey is he made a Splatoon 2 video where the entire video he is absolutely shitting on the game and talking about how horrible it is, and I still love Donkey. So it's like, you just have to realize it's not personal. Like, you know, he can just dislike a game that you like and that doesn't make him a bad person. Like, people get so upset, and it's like, you know, he's just funny. Like, I think the only argument is like he has a big audience that people seem to think he just has like this ultimate influence over, and if he tells them an opinion about a game, they're not gonna play some game. But like, I feel like people have to check their own biases sometimes. Yeah, Splatoon 2 is a fucking stupid game. It's how the video opens, and I think that video is funny because I just think Donkey is funny. Like, you just gotta not take it so personally, even though I love Splatoon. Like, and like, yeah, there's a few points in that video I would contest. Obviously, he just completely writes off the motion controls, and the motion controls are like the intended way of playing the game. So it's like, yeah, you can make counter arguments, but you don't just have to say like, oh, he sucks, or it's like, people always think he's a bad critic. It's like, he's not a critic, he's a YouTuber. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't have to take him that seriously because he's not taking himself that seriously. I don't know. I'm a Donkey defender. I think people are... if you're gonna complain about a content creator, how about complaining about the, like, you know, there are way more problematic people on the internet to put your energy into complaining about, is all I'm saying. Donkey just, like, plays games and talks about his wife. He is, like, literally just chilling. And people hate him for no reason. Yeah, well, I mean, but it was like a launch Splatoon 2. Like, I mean, I went on the whole Splatoon 2 talk earlier, but it's like, I think a launch Splatoon 2, most of the reasons he cites in the video are, like, pretty much every single thing I disagree with. So, you know, I would still argue against it, but it's, if people just have this idea that it's like, if Donkey says the game is bad, then no one is going to say the game is bad, or no one is ever going to enjoy the game, and everyone's going to say, oh, Donkey said the game is bad, so it's bad. But, like, first of all, that doesn't happen, and second of all, like, I remember there was a big deal made about his Sonic Frontiers video. And like, I have played Sonic Frontiers. I think Sonic Frontiers is like a 5 out of 10. It is not an incredible game. Like, I get that for Sonic fans, it was like, you know, oh, they're finally taking the story seriously again. And it's like, open world Sonic, this is like a big step for the series. and, you know, like, Supersonic is cool again, and the Titan fights are really cool and all. Okay, the game still has a lot of issues. The game still has, like, mediocre platforming, it has terrible pop-in, it has pretty kind of questionable art direction. Like, there's a lot of things in that game that are not great, and I think Donkey's video was not even that negative. I think I would make a more negative video on Sonic Frontiers. Like, I feel like people freaked out about that video for no reason. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not like... don't want to, you know, talk about this too long because it's just another YouTuber, but like the Donkey stuff is so weird to me. I just feel like he's it's fine. It's going to be fine if Donkey doesn't like your favorite video game. You've never heard of Donkey? That's honestly surprising. I don't know. I mean, I've been watching him for like, geez, like 10 years at this point? I don't know. Like, I've watched him for a long time. I would I mean, my thing with Donkey is a lot of his videos are more just like, he has videos where he's just like totally goofing around and it's like just not meant to be taken seriously at all. He has videos that are, you know, explicitly reviews of games, and then he has some videos that are basically just like mini video essays where he just talks about something, you know, in the gaming industry. Like he had one just like video game like prices or video game box art and stuff. And in my opinion, those are his best videos. I really like when he goes like full serious mode. I mean, he is, you know, he's always making jokes and stuff. He's never that serious. But when he has a point to make, I think he's a really good writer. Genuinely, I think his videos where he tries to actually communicate something about the video game industry, I feel like no one ever talks about those. In the discussion of like, is Donkey a good YouTuber or good critic? It's like, watch those videos and then come back to me about how you feel about him. I feel like people just totally don't even include those in the conversation. Oh hey, Agent Nessie. Found your channel through the video on Team Pastwin. Yeah. I think Calamari County, I think, is likely. That was an idea I had too. I didn't mention it in the video, but I do think it would line up. Like rage bait? Are you saying he... Are you... I don't know what you're referring to. I would not call anything Donkey makes rage bait. People act like it. That's the thing, people act like it's rage bait. People rage at it when it's not even bait. He just has an opinion and they get mad. What did JRP... Well, he put Persona 5 on there. Because he, like, said, he, like, didn't save and lost 4 hours of progress and then stopped playing it for, like, a year or something. But he put Persona 5 and Persona 3 were on there. I think he talked about Metaphor? Did he actually? I'm not even sure. I feel like there's another one, too. Another RPG, at least. And then he talked about Animal Well, obviously. Oh, he put Yakuza. Infinite Wealth, he said, was his game of the year. That is a lot of backlines. That, yeah, you are correct about that. Hopefully that will not be a problem. Oh my god. Missiles. Yeah, I played Animal Well too, yeah, Animal Well was really good. I wouldn't, like, credit Donkey to making the game. He just published it, but yeah, no, that is cool. I've only played Mario and Luigi Brothership, and I played a little bit of Partners in Time a long time ago. I didn't finish it. I liked Brothership, though. He might be the most base guy of all time, and that's, yeah. I don't know, again, obviously, I don't agree with him on everything. It does help that he glazes the fuck out of 3D Mario. Like, yeah, for sure, like... that is going to make me generally agree with his opinions on a lot of things, but again, he doesn't like Splatoon that much, so you can have different opinions than a YouTuber, and it's fine. You can still like them. Yeah, Brothership, Brothership has like some pacing issues, and I feel like the combat, I definitely don't like the combat as much as like a Paper Mario game, but it was still really good. I still had a lot of fun with it. I've heard about that gaming, but I'm trying to picture like, so would you be like holding a Joy-Con like vertically? Like, I feel like it'd be really awkward to, like, actually use as a mouse. So I guess for anyone who doesn't know, as a part of some of the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, one of them showed that a Joy-Con, the Joy-Cons have, like, a mouse-like, I don't know, is it like an IR sensor? I'm not even exactly sure what it is, but it's like, you know, the thing that would be on the bottom of a mouse, which could potentially allow you to use a Joy-Con like a mouse. But I don't know. Yeah, Brothership came out like months ago. Came out in November, I think. It's very comfortable. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if there was like some weird like Mario Paint type stuff, but in terms of like Splatoon, I kind of don't feel like they would do that. I don't feel like they would implement it. I mean, Nintendo's gonna say any leak isn't real right now. Like, I mean, there's two sides to this. Don't believe any leak until it's officially confirmed by Nintendo, but also don't stop believing a leak because it's deconfirmed by Nintendo, because obviously they're going to say a leak is fake because they don't want the information to be out there. So, I wouldn't say it's confirmed or deconfirmed, but I don't know. I kind of don't feel like it would be significantly used. I feel like it's the case of like the current Joy-Con has the IR camera that was used by like 1-2 Switch and Labo and nothing else. So I don't really have hopes for it. And I would not use it in Splatoon personally, but it could be, I mean, it would definitely be a discussion for sure if it was an option in Splatoon. That would be interesting. Worship feels like a really good 25-hour 3DS game that got sloppily turned into a mid 50-hour Switch game. Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I think it's way too long for a Mario RPG. Especially for that combat system. Like, I think every Mario and Luigi game has the issue with, you know, you're basically watching the same, like, attack animations that are, like, really long. Maybe, I mean, I think the earlier games were better about this, actually. It had, you know, snappier attacks, but... Oh, 10x, okay. But, yeah, Brothership has some depth with the plug system, but I don't think it's enough depth to last it 50 hours. And... yeah, it's 50 if you do all the side quests, but the game, like, pretty heavily encourages you to do all the side quests. So, I mean, I did all of them and it was 50 hours, so... yeah, I mean, you gotta know which ones to play, Milo, because, like, half of the Paper Marios aren't even actual RPGs, but yeah, there are definitely some bangers. I mean, I don't even think, I don't know, well, I guess, yeah, they're definitely tied together, but the pacing in Brothership is just weird, even, like, regardless of the length. It's just, like, you'll have, like, basically nothing happening in the story for a really long time, and you're not getting any new bros attacks, and you're just kind of going through the motions from island to island, and then it's like, boom, 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 3 boss fights back to back. You get a bros attack, and then you get another bros attack, and then you get an overworld bros move, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like they didn't spread out the content of the game very well. It's kind of weird. But the highs of the game are very high. Like, when the game is good, it is really, really good. The story gets, like, genuinely actually pretty interesting towards the end. I like the, like, final villain and fight and everything. Yeah, I don't know. And the combat's really cool when it's really cool. Like, some of the bros attacks are super, super cool. That's true, gaming. I guess for me, like, I tend to prefer controller over mouse in the vast majority of games anyway, so I don't think it would have much of an impact on me personally, but I guess it potentially would allow for, you know, new types of games to work better on Switch, so it is a cool, you know, idea to think about, but I don't know how much I really personally would care either way. Okay, that I don't know what the plan was there. That's actually true for Mario Maker. Okay, that would be huge. That is something I would be interested in. Oh, I'm still praying that one day they give us a 3D Mario Maker. I don't think it will happen, but I want it to happen. Oh, nice. Did not think we would get that, honestly. Oh, 10x, right. Cool. Oh, see ya, Mellow Man. House with table turf? I don't really feel like that would make too much of a difference. I mean, you still have to rotate it. I guess you could, like, right-click. I don't know. Four festival shells. Oh, I've already been streaming for over 3 hours. I keep doing this where I just, like... I mean, I guess we're having a conversation, so it's good. Time flies, but, I mean, it'd be cool if we got 100x before I had to finish, but I don't really want to push that, because that's a slippery slope. Gonna be playing for the next 5 hours. I have not played a Rhythm Heaven myself, but it would be cool to see. I know people have been asking for that for a long time. You have to lock in. I played for like 12 hours. Oh, well, we got a mirror match, so probably not much locking in this time. In fact, maybe I'll just, like, relax my hands for a little bit while we got the time. Oh, we disconnect anyway. Never mind. Okay, well, they did not want to play a mirror match. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we can't say for sure, but I feel like a lot of series long thought dead have eventually returned from Nintendo stuff. Like, I mean, again, Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door getting remakes was like, people never thought that would ever happen. Like, for the weird, like, copyright thing, or not copyright, but the, you know, the weird thing where they didn't let the Mario RPGs have unique characters to, like, protect the brand IP or whatever. And, like, you know, just the fact that the series have shifted so much away from traditional RPG systems and all that. I know it's still Mario, but, like, what would have been other... WarioWare was dormant for, like, a while. I mean, there was a 3DS one, but those came back on Switch. What was like? I feel like there were better examples of like long like thought dead games. Yeah. I mean, people would definitely buy a new Rhythm Heaven anyway. Wario was not dormant. No, okay, not dormant, but I don't know. Maybe I just felt like it was a long time between games. Famicom Detective Club, yeah. I mean, I had never heard of that, to be fair, but apparently that was a thing that was dead for a long time and came back. Emio is so slept on. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad that I'm one of the people that like saw it was a visual novel and immediately lost interest, but yeah, I kind of am, to be honest. Maybe someday, but not really. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I'm not good. I don't know how you use crab in Turf War. Where do you put a crab? There's no objective to shoot at. Yeah. I do really love the character designs in ARMS. It's just... You gotta have a story. You gotta put a story mode in the game if you want people to care about them. And if you want to sell a $60 game, you gotta put content in it. I don't know, I still feel like ARMS just did not have nearly enough in the actual game. But I would be cool with an ARMS sequel if they did it justice. This is probably someone's first Splatfest. I'm sure someone just got it for Christmas. That is weird to think about, though. Oh, come on. Yeah, I mean, it was just it was like the first multiplayer thing on Switch, really. It was, I forget when Mario Kart came out, but it was like Mario Kart and ARMS were like the only thing on Switch you could play with your friends for a little bit, so I feel like everyone got it, and then everyone's like, okay, never mind. There's other games. I think I would love WarioWare if the games were like $10. I did actually buy Move It because one of my friends convinced me. But I don't know. They're fun, but I'm not the kind of person to like grind them out and get high scores and do like the tower and everything, so it's like I wish there was like a little bit more there, or that the game was cheaper. But they are cool. Transport the Inklings to New York? I think you need to take a closer look at the Splatoon 2 Inkopolis Square. But I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna meet Movie Mario. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it was for me, Milo. It's like, I played it 2 times, I think. I think the second time just because I wanted to not have it feel like a waste of a purchase. Yeah, that'd be nice, Alex. Like, I know Nintendo does not like price drops, but Even they have to admit, if it's from the past console generation, surely we can start bringing them down a little bit. Yeah, I watched the Game Awards. This year's show was alright. There's normally not too much stuff there that I care about in terms of announcements. Causes burn marks in your real life home and put on the Splattershot Jr. Oh. I think I'm not gonna let new viewers in, Jophine, sorry, because I'm gonna end soon, and I'm just kinda, I don't know. I feel like there's kind of some stream of consciousness going that I'm gonna wait until we run out of things to say, and then I'll end stream. Don't know exactly, but yeah, I'm just gonna play solo for a bit. No price drops, no emulation, no eShop, eBay scalpers. Yeah, it's the $60 for a Wii game thing, dude. They did it with Skyward Sword, they're doing it with Donkey Kong. I'm not a fan of that. Mario Party with viewers would be fun. Maybe. I mean... I like Mario Party Jamboree a lot. I've played it a lot with friends. I wanted to do content on it, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. Like, would it be fun to just be like me and 3 viewers? I don't know. I feel like that would only be fun for me and the 3 viewers. Like, if you have other people like in a call or something, I don't know. Going through every board ever. Oh my god. That would be something. Imagine if you did that, but like, you keep track of your star counts from every single game, so it's like an overall thing. Like you have to get the most stars, then more stars than the other person on every single map in the game total, or every single map in the series. The longest Mario Party game ever, and all of them are 50 turns. You taking pictures of your win screen? Oh, you could do it then. You could have like the person who won the most games, but then the person who won the most stars, unless that would be the same thing. That probably would end up being the same thing, but I don't know. That'd be interesting. That was an unfortunate death? Oh god. It's so spotted, I can't actually tell. Yeah, no. 50 turns is rough. I don't know if I've actually ever done 50 turns. I did 30 turns with friends in Jamboree, and because Jamboree is so slow, it basically takes as long as 50 turns in any other game, and it was painful. Can you actually get 99 stars from something? I feel like whenever they say that, it's just like a joke thing, and they're like, oh, look that way. I feel like it depends on the game. For Jamboree, I think 20 is perfect. For like Mario Party 8, I feel like I would probably say 25. No, Jamboree is just slow, Milo. It's the game. It's definitely the game. Just all the animations and the buddy animations and the, you know, buddy mini games and the just everything. It's so slow. But yeah, also, we have a friend who forgets it's his turn and just sits there for like 10 seconds every time. I genuinely think that's like one of the biggest issues with the game, is just the pacing. Like, and it's so annoying, because they got everything else like pretty much right. Like, they made the maps actually feel distinct and have unique mechanics, the music is really good, the items are fun, and there's tons of variety. Like, Jamboree has so many good things going for it. And they're just so slow. They just need to make the animations faster, dude. Just make it like the old games. That's all you have to do. Also, stop putting Boo on literally every single map because it kind of kills the strategy. I do think that's a big problem with the game, but those are like the two things. Yeah, minigames could be better. I think they're okay. I don't know. I kind of like... I really care so much more about the boards in a Mario Party game than the minigames. To me, the minigames are like, okay, you like... You know, I mean, there's fun... There's definitely minigames I prefer over others, but it's like... None of them are, like, great. Like, there's no Mario Party game where I'm like, oh, wow, this is, like, such a fun game. Like, I feel like they're all kind of, like, bad on purpose to make it fair. So it's like... I don't know. What are my expectations for WarioWare? I mean, I've only played... like, Gold and Move It, so... I don't really have much in way of expectations. I hope Kevin gets better at doing the Wario voice. That's my expectation. Yeah, like, the board play is where all the strategy happens. I just feel like the minigame is like, okay, this is like, we do a thing that results in someone getting more coins, but it's like, I don't care that much. I wish the dual minigames were better. Like, that's my... I think the dual minigames should have a bit more focus put into them. And that's like the one place I would say Superstars is better than Jamboree, is the duels are better. Jamboree has some garbage duel minigames. And some okay ones. I think the, like, fuzzy elevator one is fine. But yeah. Can we get Link and Snake? How about, can we get the WarioWare characters in anything other than WarioWare, maybe? That would be cool. It's weird that there's just this, like, entire other cast of, like, human Mario characters that just never show up in any other game. Nice. Yeah, at least like Mona or like Jimmy T, you know, like what the big ones. I know Ashley is popular, but I feel like she's less of like a main character by the game standards. Not that, I mean, they're all kind of main characters. I don't know. Sunken Scrolls. Wasn't there like in Gold you could collect like items, right? I mean, I think it was just like Nintendo stuff. So it wouldn't be like a lore, but it was like there was like item description still. Okay, I am going to call it there for the games. We'll do a little bit of gambling, and then I think I will end the stream. But yeah, it's been a fun time playing some Frosty Fest. Dauntless. Wario and Mario at the Olympic Games. It's sad that the Olympic Games series died. I never really loved those games, but it was just kind of cool to see Sonic and Mario, like, interact in anything. Okay, that was all pretty bad. Let's go out, see the performance. Oh, sorry, I just see this message. Have you played... I've played Mario Party... I've played Mario Party 2. I think my favorites are... 8, 6... and Jamboree, maybe? I do really like Jamboree. I think the Rainbow Galleria specifically on Jamboree is like genuinely peak Mario Party. I think that map is amazing. But 8 was the first I played, so I have the nostalgia bias, and it has some really good boards. 6, I just think has the best mix of items and boards and everything. The really older ones I don't like as much. But yeah. I'm officially out of things to say, so we'll look at Pearl Marina for a little bit. Oh, the thing is in the way. Thank you guys for hanging out. Again, I am working on videos. I will hopefully finish and upload them. we might, if a certain leak is correct, we might get some big Nintendo news. One leak specifically mentioned January 17th, which would be next Friday, or like this upcoming Friday. So it's probably not real, but if it's real, we're going to have a lot to talk about next Saturday. And if not, well, we can continue coping. But oh, it was admitted fake. Oh, well, that was the one I wanted to be real because they said 3D Mario game. Okay, well, we're probably not getting. I mean, they have to announce the Switch 2 at some point, right? February, maybe February. I mean, I don't think it would be a direct. Like, we just need a tease. We just need a looking at Nintendo Switch 2, you know, or first look. That's what it's called. First look at Nintendo Switch 2. Just show us the thing, right? And then we can all speculate. Like, yeah. I mean, everyone wants January. I do think January would make sense, but yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out together. As always. Feel free to join the Discord through the link in the description. I'm pretty active there. Recently added a bunch of new channels. Well, not a bunch, like 3, but, you know, did a bit of reorganization, so should be easier than ever to continue yapping about Splatoon things. And yeah. January from game devs? I mean, yeah. Hopefully. We'll find out soon. But yeah. I wish I could raid people still. YouTube raiding is weird. Like, I always hate just like spamming a link and then no one even clicks it. I'll just end the stream. I always overthink this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the games, everybody. Happy Frosty Fest. Happy 2025. This has been Cosmic. Farewell.